Vodka?
Wow, just went in. God.
No?
Yes, it is, because it had to wash the back wall out.
Yeah.
So, holy cow.
Yeah.
That's not good. That's not just like washing your fruits out.
Yeah. This is it. Did wash that out too.
Yes,
Actually,
it
the
did.
approaches weren't too bad.
That's good. Since it's the hour 9 o'clock, a little after, we'll call this meeting to order and have roll call.
Hess,
Here.
Stinson,
Here.
and Bobbitt is absent. She's at the NACO conference in Spokane.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, that's right. We want to note that in the minutes.
Henny's here.
Yep.
Cindy's here.
You're not here?
Only half here.
You what?
Just half here.
Partier.
One half here.
One half here.
Is that top or bottom or sideways?
I ain't telling you.
You have to figure that out for yourself.
It's usually the bottom half.
All right,
Steve,
Stinson.
would you lead us in prayer, please?
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for allowing us to gather here today to discuss the business of the county. I pray that you would be with us during these times of high water and damage, and be with all of our employees as they're out working hard to correct these problems, and be with us in our decision making, that we may do what we can and to the best of our ability for our constituents, our county, and our employees. Father in heaven, I pray that you would help us to grow in the grace and the knowledge of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, in whose name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Dan, salute. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And I acknowledge that the agenda was properly posted in accordance to the Open Meeting Act.
Okay. Consider and possible action on the minutes of the May 6, 2019 regular meeting.
I've got a chance to look those over. I'll move that we accept the minutes from the meeting.
Okay, I'm just going to look at that.
Okay, you go right ahead.
Yep. That's no problem.
That'll be the only thing I beat Max at today. Probably for the year.
Yeah. I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Stinson,
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, item 6, comments from the public on the below agenda items.
You don't know my name, but I'm Penny Dowell. I'm the county treasurer. And,
Okay.
and she saw
everybody's fooling with you today. So.
It's okay.
You don't have to do anything.
On item F, I'm just curious as to how we are going to let the public know what we're, other than the minutes, I mean, before we have done the live streaming, and due to transparency, why are we still not live streaming at the trailers?
Well, we just wasn't moving the stuff over.
Have we decided where we're gonna, I know Cindy had put something about where we're gonna have the meetings.
Cindy Bobbitt was,
Talked about doing it between the
like in the
rooms.
commissioner's office, you
Yeah.
know,
And
Okay.
like
into the
setting up
trailer
like a
over
little
there.
area in there.
Well, if there's,
Here we see.
if we're not moving that stuff, maybe it can be moved to there, to where we can do that.
And we hadn't made up our mind yet on
Okay.
that.
I missed your discussion.
Well,
I apologize.
You haven't made up your mind on it?
Robin.
We
need to
haven't made
sign
up
it.
our
We're
mind
gonna talk
whether we
about
was moving all that stuff or not. No, we hadn't. We had originally said that we wasn't gonna stream while we was moved.
Okay.
That's what we had talked
Then
about.
will they be recorded then?
I assume that they'll be
That's what I was thinking, was that
Just
I would just
record it.
record
Maybe that
it.
would be, maybe that would be better.
Like
Easier.
vocal record, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
But I don't know why it would be that hard for Brandon to hook it up.
Well, and I'm not saying, I'm just saying for transparency, the board
Sure.
has been live streaming, so it looks really bad while
Yeah,
we're spending
yeah.
all this money to not
do that, yeah.
have
yeah.
some kind of record
Yeah.
other than just a
I think we
summary.
need to at least consider doing a vocal recording if
And we
anybody
have,
has any
and-
questions.
We have, yeah, and I
Yeah,
do too.
yeah, and she does too, so
Okay,
maybe between the two of us, we'll make sure it
Yeah.
gets.
absolutely.
And the other is just about the renovation, so if we want to wait until we're down there, that's fine. Doesn't matter to me.
Do you have,
Do you have any comment?
yeah, do you have any,
Well, the only thing that I was going to ask is that we could reconsider using the vaults. If we had everything moved out of the vaults, then yes, the plaster could be repaired, the painting could be done properly. No self-respecting painter wants to paint around books or files or anything like that. My thinking is that it'd be awfully nice to have that vault area to store the things that we don't want to move
yeah,
to the trailers.
what do you think, Pax?
Well, I know that we discussed both ways, and of course I told you what I thought. I thought we was gonna paint it inside all, move the stuff around, and we're not gonna do that.
And I went and looked at the vaults after the last meeting. To me, and this is my opinion, but if you're gonna fix the cracks, which I know that was mentioned, if we're gonna fix the cracks and you're gonna do it right, then you would have to move everything out. I mean, because the visible cracks, yeah, you can fix, but they're gonna come back because the rest of them aren't. Now,
Right.
if you had to move everything out of there to do that, that's going to cost more money.
Oh yeah.
If I guess it's my opinion that why bother with it? Because if it's if it's a looks thing, nobody goes in there.
No.
Number two, if it's really you want to fix it and you want to fix it right, putting a little plaster in the cracks that are showing that nobody's going to see anyway, if they wanted to paint them, but even that, it really to me doesn't make a lot of sense. And that money that we were going to use to paint and fill in some cracks could be used somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I looked at them, and if nobody goes in there, if it's a cosmetic thing, then it's kind of defeating the purpose.
So you're really in favor of not doing anything?
I would say not do anything, or at the very most, put some paint on them. But I don't see what the purpose is. That's me. I
Now,
don't.
the only thing, like our vault, they were planning to put new carpet in, but people do go.
They go in that
our
one a
vault,
lot, but-
So I would like to have our vault kind of freshened up a little bit.
But
But I-
But do you want it done right, or do you
Well, I
want
would
just to
prefer-
paint around the
we-
books?
We have moved a lot of the stuff down. But I'm like you, as far as like the rest of the vaults, no one except employees goes in
Right,
those.
right.
I'm
So
see
that's my whole point. But I think a lot of it, I think that there's money that money, you know, if city wants to run because people are in there all the time, that's different. to me.
Right.
But in the ones that they don't use, to me, it doesn't.
Right, it's
It
just a waste.
doesn't.
Yeah, I
But-
agree, especially as things are adding up quickly, that would be.
I mean, with me coming in late on this deal, or when it's almost done,
Right.
I'm just giving my opinion, and maybe fresh eyes on something like that might not be bad.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion. That's where I think, because
Okay.
and moving that stuff out is going to be a nightmare. You know they're going to charge us more money for it.
Right.
But if it's really a structural thing and you want to fix the cracks, you're going to have to pull everything out and fix them, because they're going to come right
And I
back.
don't think by any means it's structural, it's all just
No,
cosmetic.
it
Right.
is.
So,
And it is something that needs to
but
be
even
determined,
if
because
it's
most of the
cosmetic, if
time
you're
it's-
fixing these cracks that are showing that you can see, if you don't fix the rest of it, they're coming back.
Exactly.
That's right.
So that's my opinion, and you know, you guys can think about what you want, but I think it's it's a place where we could save a little bit of money if we needed to. And
We need
like,
to.
and like Penny was talking about, use it for storage, stuff you don't want to haul across town, or something you don't want to put somewhere else.
Right.
Now your deal might be different.
Right.
I
Because it is more public.
I understand that.
public
I completely do. And if all of them were that way, I would feel the same. But I don't know. I don't know, Max. That's what I
Okay, I appreciate your opinion. I've noted the streaming and the volts. Penny has brought forth them comments about needing to do the streaming and redoing the volt. Okay, we're down to item 7A, transfers of appropriation.
I don't think we're done.
Yes!
What?
Yeah, Robin
Can
had
speak for
something.
2 minutes?
She used your minutes.
Wait a minute, you don't have a watch on.
That clock right there.
Did you
That's
time
the
me?
clock. That's the clock. What do you need, Robin? What's your comment?
We're, the assessors and the election board are moving together into half of one of the rooms, one of the buildings. And we're having a really hard time making it what each of us needs to be, what's workable? Functioning, yes. So, what they really need is, right, that's why I stuttered over
It's
it.
a big word.
For me, she found
What they really need, I just can't accept. What I really need, they can't
I
accept.
just can't accept.
So we either need, and their organization is to go in and measure where all of their desks are going to fit, and mine is give me a spot and I'll fit stuff in it.
Okay.
So we're just kind of at an impasse. So we need help deciding how to divide that room, or
Okay.
2, we're wondering if we could fit in with Desi and Brandon better than with the assessors, because they wouldn't have, I don't know how much stuff Desi and Brandy have compared to assessors, but that's also where the commissioners' meeting room is that correct?
Yeah.
Once
It-
a week.
in-
Once
in
a
the
week.
building.
Yeah, once a week. I mean, I
Yeah,
think you
well,
could
Mondays we'll have a
be
meeting.
inconvenienced more than 5 days a week for a year.
Right.
Okay.
For a year.
So,
I see what's.
Well, let me ask you, like the file cabinets, because is that part of your issue is file
not to
cabinets?
me, it's not, but
Okay, but I
to
mean, do you have a lot of file cabinets, you'll have a lot of
6 or
files?
7.
Okay, is that something that could you kind of be in both? I mean, where we put some of your file cabinets if they were locked and, I'm just trying
Well,
to,
we'd be across the
but I mean, if,
porch from each other.
yeah, but,
And that's, no, that wouldn't work.
I mean, we're just looking at a temporary thing, it's not like it's forever, you know? my
A
opinion.
year will seem like forever.
Yes, it will, that's true, it will.
I think we could get everything that we need to do in the corner of the room where the closet is that we talked about the other day. But they're not sure they have enough space for everything else if they have the other 3/4. So
We're already
So-
leaving things here that we won't be able to fit regardless.
And that's probably a good thing. I mean,
Where are you leaving them? You don't know.
Maybe I don't know.
Maybe in the
Desi,
vault.
and she said she didn't know how much space the commissioners were planning on needing for their.
Well, I don't know particularly that we're gonna need a whole lot outside of, we're gonna have to have a place for conduct our meeting, and stuff.
I agree with what I see what they're saying. For us, it's going to be a couple hours a week.
Right.
Right.
Their functionability, I'd like that one. Their functionability is going to be every day.
Right.
So, but with that being in consideration, unless you have something else, I mean, for time purposes, we do have this on the agenda to discuss
Right.
at the bottom.
This is just for comment.
This is for
Yes.
comment, which
Okay.
is great.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to cut short, but I mean that.
No, we're just.
And when we get down there, I've got some suggestions. I mean, so
Okay.
I do.
That's what Robin and I get. That's.
Yeah, I
Right.
was
That's
just wondering
why
if we
I
could go
wrote it.
visually look at it and see if we could hash out, if we're gonna be.
And that's going to be a
living-
lot of it, in my opinion. You
That's
guys,
what I
you
think
guys
is a good idea.
Seeing what you can do and what you can't do.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you guys is one.
Well,
to
and
do
if
it.
she went in with Desi, then maybe could Brandon go in with you or not? Brandon's not hardly there.
care.
Brandon's going to be out on the
He's-
road a lot,
yeah,
he's
especially
not
during this
meetings
famous
all the
time.
time.
but
We'll give him a little desk in the corner.
I don't
We
think-
could do that. We'll put him in the corner if we have him.
Okay.
That's all. I just wanted.
Well,
I mean, I'm willing to compromise whatever we can do because it's not going to be comfortable no matter how we do it.
Thank you.
Max is like, okay, we're not gonna move.
And it's on.
We changed our minds.
That's enough.
Okay, Medford Ambulance is moving 10,500 from their M&O to their FT salaries, full-time salaries
For one employee.
for one employee. Doesn't say that.
Yeah, it does. It does, doesn't it?
Okay,
Yeah, for April to June payroll for one
gotcha,
employee.
gotcha.
Here's the document actually included with that. So you can
Okay, yeah, there you go.
But they're both at the back in the center like the other.
I haven't been in that other than to know that the bathrooms are about the same size, but I think.
You want a motion, Max? Or
I need a motion, yeah.
I move that we transfer appropriations for the Medford Ambulance.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Stinson,
Aye.
Transfers now to P card.
Motion carried.
Okay.
Item B, P-card payment to Bank America.
it's here.
Okay, thank you. Okay, there's three on here. There's Desi, Cindy, and Desi, Cindy Bobbitt, and Cindy Pratt. Desi was $13.70, Cindy Pratt was $364.78, and Cindy Bobbitt was $125.
And if I may explain, the 364.78 that I used was for the additional wood they needed
Over
at
there.
Hughes Lumber. Yeah,
Okay.
he went and got it at Hughes Lumber for the
Yes, yeah.
for the roofing. So
I was wondering if that was gonna come across here
yeah,
next
yeah.
month.
I just used the P card. So
That'll be fine. We're
Can we do that?
You can do that?
Yeah, and they did it.
I entertain a motion to approve.
All right,
just-
I move
'cause they question
that
every
we
time
approve the
we get a
P-card
hotel or
payment to
anything.
Bank of
Yeah,
America.
Okay,
I
thank you
think
very
It's
much.
getting, they're easing up.
Been moved and seconded, all in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Stinson,
Aye.
did Steve motion? I'm sorry.
I did motion, yes.
I was talking,
Sorry.
sorry. But we were talking about P-card.
Item C, purchase orders and travel claims review. I make a motion that we review.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Stinson,
Aye.
Cindy, there isn't no date on these.
oh, she needs to stamp them.
Yeah, these three here, anyway.
Hi, can you bring the little date? I guess I can put the date in if there's just 3 of them, but never mind. All right, thank you, bye-bye. Yeah, bye. I'll just date it.
Okay. I'll get them, these are all singles.
Oh, thank you. I just wrote it on there, but thank you though. We're being watched. Ooh. That's a good thing though.
Yeah.
Functionability.
Functionality?
Yeah. That's the
Yes.
vocabulary. Do you ever watch?
Yeah, I'm the vocabulary wizard.
No, it's vocabulary.
Okay.
There's a show on Saturday morning. What's it called? Morocco. Something. It's like it's an education, and they always have they always have the learn a new word, and it's vocabulary.
Is it on Fox News? Because if it's not on there, then I don't see it.
No, you don't.
I
see
could
it
teach
there.
him a few words.
Is it on Thunder basketball games?
It's on ESPN.
Oh, don't see it.
I know a lot of words. Learning new words every day. You taught me a new word. I did, didn't I?
Max, all these are in the same folder, aren't they, sir?
Yeah, them are all singles there.
Oh, all these are
Yeah,
singles?
all them are singles.
Okay, gotcha. Just to make sure I didn't.
No, here's the first folder.
Okay, gotcha. Good. If it can be messed up, I can do it. Here,
Spokane, Washington.
Yeah.
everybody have a nice Mother's Day yesterday?
Good. It was a beautiful day.
I did too. Wasn't your mother?
We had parent-child dedication at church yesterday on Mother's Day, so we had
For your babies?
both our babies
Oh, wow.
and
Cindy,
Bryce and Emily's.
this right
We
here
had
says emergency management.
three rap
up here.
grandbabies and
But
one other.
It
and
says
and then we
emergency
had,
services down here.
potato
I
bar
think it's supposed to be
afterwards.
emergency services.
And everybody really
had a
enjoyed it.
rap session.
Well, that's just
We
how
had a
the
lot of raps at that
requisition
church.
department's set up. This is what we need to look at over here. The 13.
It used to be the sharp pew. Mom, Daddy, and Kelly and I.
You know,
Oh,
I
that was-
got to meet your mom and dad when I was out
What's the
campaigning,
name?
and they came in the restaurant here not too
Yeah.
long ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were just
Yeah.
such nice
See, the
people. I never met them
requisition
before.
is just,
Had a nice
that's
visit
gonna
with
be
the
tough.
cast.
where I came
I mean, we was
See,
gonna
that
make,
Well, I
because
wasn't gonna say
8027 is
nothing.
emergency management.
No, they were
That's
really,
what that
really
account is.
pleasant people. I
So
was shocked to see him in the restaurant, but he was in there a
Been set
week
up
or
like
two
that.
ago.
They've done it.
Yeah,
Had a
we
nice
changed-
conversation with him.
change
and
the
Well,
It was really nice to meet him.
I know Brandon.
Then my dad's
Told me
especially is a
about
really good guy.
bills
My mom
from
taught here for years.
Yeah?
some
17 years.
He said
Really?
It was emergency
Here at Medford?
Can't do that.
manager.
What did she
and it was ESA.
She started out in sixth grade.
Right, this is who is coming through CSA.
It's her health.
Yeah. Is that right? It's
Oh,
supposed to
Yeah,
go through
yeah, it's
CSA?
supposed to go through ESA.
Okay, yeah,
Accident.
as long as it's 1304
Yeah.
right here,
Yeah.
that tells you that's ESA.
Okay.
Because
I think mine
EMS is like 1303 or something.
Got that.
So as long as that's different, I mean, that tells them that's a
I
different
get kind of mad when I
fund.
go into school and they treat me like a stranger. I'm like, I've been in this building more than you.
I don't mind when people treat me like a stranger.
I kind of like
You are
It
strange.
doesn't happen very often, but can't swing a dead cat around without somebody's.
It's gonna get worse.
Yeah, it's okay. I can kind of take all that. I've been pretty well conditioned on that.
I don't think you ought to be swinging dead cats anyway.
Me either.
People call. I got a call this morning. Have you been in there long enough for me to complain?
Go right ahead.
Get it done.
It wasn't Bob Sharp, was it?
Itch.
No,
One daddy.
no. When I first opened my restaurant, well, after it burned, when I opened it the second time, and then I became mayor about the same time. It really offended me when people didn't like my food or said something about the city of Palm Creek. And it didn't take long to realize that both of those, you're not going to please everybody. I mean,
You're not gonna please
you
anybody.
Can try. You can try.
Yeah.
But you're not. And once I accepted that, it's a little easier to get chewed on.
You can do exactly what they tell you to do, and they still aren't going to be.
Well, because everybody's coming from a different place, you know, and their opinions. Well, that's true too. That's true. We're on there.
Okay, these here are also
Sign
going
mini
out.
mask.
Okay, gotcha.
And I got three more.
Okay.
Because they don't know who we are. They gotta put it in there. Who are you? Did you get a Mother's Day ring too? No, she's had
We've had that. Brenda got one for Mother's Day. Very similar to that. It's
Here's
pretty,
the
very
last two.
similar to
Thanks,
that.
sir.
Yep, you're welcome.
getting them all cupped up.
Not a Mother's Day ring, a mother's ring. It's red, white, and blue. Is it pink?
Yeah, pink and red and purple.
Oh, that's purple.
What's blue? Squid. Hold on, let me see who it is. Let me see who it is. She's December.
December's blue.
That's what color that is then. My sister's December too. That's my birthday.
It is.
Mine's totally
Mine's that peridot green. I don't like it.
Never had I had a
Stuck in.
9642 and then 1488, and they were. I said, "It's not jiving." Okay, I'm better now.
Yeah, I know. That would be nice. I could just carry that on through.
I'm excited about that barrier
Yeah.
desk.
Are you?
Yes.
Good, I'm excited about getting it out of our office.
Every Friday.
We came to a restaurant with something,
Everybody's
you know
excited.
what? She was. So it's like, yeah.
Everybody.
I read that and I went straight over that.
You did? You did what now? Oh, you
I
read that
it
then?
here and I went straight over.
Oh, your shelves are blank now too.
Okay.
We got rid of them.
Did take them upstairs, or are they still in your
Oh, no.
office?
They're still in my office. I
I
don't
thought
think
it
we were
was-
supposed to take anything upstairs. That fourth floor is
That's
too
kinda-
heavy, right?
Yeah.
Cindy Pratt told me, Cindy
I
Pratt.
just, I didn't say that.
Cindy Poppet, I said, I don't have any place to store anything down here.
Max,
Yeah.
how's your back
So I
doing?
was.
It's been very
seeing-
good.
Oh,
Yeah,
There
been doing
was one
good.
shelf in there that was supposed to be on the bookshelf.
Oh,
So
okay.
I straightened
Been
everything
doing
out.
good. Yeah,
That didn't work
can't
out, so.
complain.
Well,
And
that's
Cindy
good.
came in and she
Yes,
said,
it is.
Better that it cleared up than
There for a while it wasn't
Well.
good.
well, anytime you get back problems.
I know, it's always bad.
Bad news bears.
for storage.
Because they're gonna be moving all the, LSU extension stuff down
As long as you don't put anything in front of the doors, because the wind blows the water in. But everything, I mean, the rest
there.
of it's
Secure,
is
is,
secure. I
or,
think.
yeah, or what do we want?
Drip
Well, I'm
proof.
Dry, or,
Waiting to talk to Larry. You know, if I don't hear from him today, maybe I'll just give him a call.
About whether you're gonna move your stuff. or-
Well, if they're not gonna do my floor, I could at least have the desk that would have to be taken apart and the hutch. I mean, what? I don't know.
You could scoot those all together and.
Bubble wrap them and be done.
Do you need me? What was that? I don't know. I don't know.
I'd say yes, but I don't know.
It's like, do you need me? And she just kept looking at me. Can't we do that?
She's retired.
Huh?
She's retiring, isn't she?
Linda?
Yeah. Oh, she's not. I thought she was.
She intended to in the end of the year. But then when her health took a turn, she said, I need the insurance. So she's not
did
right
not.
away.
Okay. I didn't know that.
She's supposed to be. She's supposed to be in physical therapy because of her back.
Hey, Max, you getting old.
Yeah, I've been speedballing.
No, she's not doing physical therapy.
Probably hadn't been looking at them as close as I ought to.
What time is that meeting start on
Really?
Wednesday? Or 10 o'clock over there at CB?
Yeah, 10 o'clock. Yeah.
Surely not.
do you need to do yours earlier?
Oh, no. This is a CED meeting.
No, I mean, your oh, that's Wednesday, that's Thursday.
Wednesday.
Never mind, I'm sorry.
What's that?
Oh, I gotta
The
do my
auditor, oh,
audit.
did you say that?
Because I need some on my
The
lips.
auditor,
Rear
they're
end
doing the
screen.
pre-exit.
At your fingernails.
Make a schedule out for you.
Wednesday. I
Thursday. Oh,
My teeth, my
straight in
teeth.
your email. Your emails are, you live in the wrong area.
I do. I got messages from last Thursday, Sunday, yesterday.
See, I told you eventually you'd
I
get my
know.
emails that I sent him a week ago.
That's not very functionability.
It's not, but I'm telling you, you don't get them and you don't get them and stuff until you get outside and you go somewhere else, and then all of a sudden your phone blows up.
Yeah.
You know, you got 20 some messages and you go, wow.
And it does it right like when you're in church or somewhere, like where like
Well,
you're supposed to be quiet.
I try to
and-
keep that shut off, and
Well, I can do that in cross town in Palm Creek sometimes.
yeah.
It'll just start going off
Their kid's funeral was on
from
Saturday.
3 days ago.
They did not advertise.
Yep.
Did you all sign up for that NACO thing where it pings back? You know what I'm talking about?
I did,
Oh,
but I
that
haven't been
test
getting
deal?
anything from
I
that.
haven't either.
I haven't.
And I know I've been in areas that I didn't have
That's that
signal.
test deal we were supposed to do, right?
Hmm.
I did want to see
I bet it's
girls.
Yeah, they were
Right,
there.
yeah.
And I got to visit with Jennifer just a minute. But
Now, is that on every provider, or is that just AT&T? You're supposed to do it on all of it?
I think it's supposed to be on every provider.
I did too. That's
Okay.
That's what I thought.
That's kind of what I understood. Still haven't done it yet, but I understood.
It worked down at the conference, I know that.
Max, you're scheduled at from 8:30 to 9:30 on Thursday.
8:30 to 9:30.
Here at the courthouse.
time are you meeting with the auditor?
Thursday?
Yes,
Should
May
have got her
16th.
email. Do what? You should have got her email. When's Robin meeting?
Robin, they don't have Robin down to meet.
Yay.
She just has Max, Cindy, Steve, and then myself, you, and Scott
Apparently
Sterling.
you did nothing wrong.
You're so good. You're so good.
Either that or you've got your own time frame where it's going to take a couple
It's a whole
days.
day.
Yeah, mine might be a while.
No, you're getting called to the office. You got to go to Weatherford to the office.
That's weird because you're supposed to meet with all of us. Yeah, that's the last time. Well, of course you did.
She can have Cindy Bobbitt's time
Not
frame.
good.
Because Cindy won't
I
be
can't
here.
answer
She's
for
in
Cindy.
Washington, so she'll have
Well,
to go.
she needs to get her butt chewed like everybody else. You better get back here and do it.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
You know, our auditor we had at Palm Creek, there wasn't nothing like her. So I think that these people probably be pretty mild.
They are very nice, and all they're
That
trying to do
lady-
is teach us to do it right and keep us out of jail.
That,
We should-
that lady that did ours at Palm Creek, she was matter of fact.
Oh, yeah.
And my first
Really?
day as mayor, my first meeting, I met with her an hour and a half beforehand because that was her time to come in anyway.
Huh.
And I told her, I said, hey, this is my first meeting. I just got in. She goes, well, it's on your ass. Better
Wow.
pay attention to what I say.
Wow.
And I said, yes, ma'am. She threatened to call the Secretary of State on us herself because of something that we were trying to do. She said, if you guys don't do this, or if you do this, I'm going to call Secretary. But she was a nice lady,
Right.
but you need them. They're the ones that
You
keep
need
you out of
them.
trouble, so that's why you listen to them.
Yeah. And call them yes, ma'am, and say yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. You need to do it
yeah.
right.
But I tell you what, there was no doubt when she was done explaining something.
So are they from the state auditor's office
No,
too?
it's Becky. She's an independent auditor. Her name's Becky, and she does a lot of cities,
So
little
she-
towns. I mean, I
just
think she did
municipal.
Waukeeta. Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, she had her own service,
Oh,
but she was good. I mean,
good.
so I mean, you just kinda, I would find it very hard that any of these people could be
haven't
as
seen
stern
it
as her, but never know.
Well,
But that's good. You have to. They're like you said. They're the people that keep you out of trouble.
right.
And then our fire chief, in the meeting, she started chewing on him, and she said, he said, "Hey, I just became chief just now," and he goes, "I don't have to listen to you. I don't have to.
Take
I don't
this
have
off
to take this because I just became." I said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!" I stood up in the meeting and I said, "Sir," I said, "I was here an hour and a half before the meeting taking the chewing, and if I'm going to take it, you're going to sit here and listen to her too." Oh, he didn't like that. Oh
Yeah,
no,
I'm sure.
it got.
We had to go get a microwave from the fairgrounds one time when Scott was still working because it was on the inventory, but he had just taken it to the fairgrounds instead of. And he said, "Well, I guess I could go get it." And she said, "I appreciate it."
Oh wow,
Do it now.
that's pretty crazy.
Do y'all want me to move?
No. We did have pictures of it one time, though, of both buildings. We had pictures.
Pictures, but not a visual.
It was a long time ago.
But we also thought those had bathrooms too.
You got what?
Those have bathrooms.
Picture is not worth 1,000 words.
No.
It's not.
No.
That may only look good from one side. It's this side.
It's right here.
This is back side.
OSU extension deal again. I did blurt out Boomer in church yesterday because our church is full of OSU people. And there's a kid, like one of the Kent kids, graduating, and he's going to go to OU in molecular. I mean, he's really, really smart. He said he's going to be attending OU. They had him up front there. I just said, Boomer! Got a lot of weird looks.
No.
Some guy behind me says, hey, this is a lot of OSU. I said, believe me, that's why I said it. I'm well aware of that. Yeah, he had a scholarship. It was, I guess it'd be Jim Kent's nephew. Very, very smart.
Oh, yeah, I heard about
You know who
that.
I'm talking about, probably.
No, I don't know. I just met the dad.
Yeah. Yeah, his dad's an airline pilot. But he's very, kid's very smart. Going into molecular engineering or something like that.
I'm gonna go sit over there. I do that too. Where's my glasses? Or where's my phone? Yeah, I'm talking on it. Yeah, me too. Didn't say that. Make sure she knows it's you talking and not me. I don't like it when you use my phone. I mean, it's not near. Yes. Right. He's angry. So we're looking at.
Where is the DA's office going to be at?
It's kind of nice.
Gonna
Over
be
by the
moved over
clinic.
at the health center deal up there, in the office buildings that,
Where Klingman's used to be.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of what I was. Yeah, I got you.
Oh, I
That's
thought
kinda
it was
what I
like
thought.
in one of the offices at the clinic.
I did too.
Oh, is he in the clinic instead of Klingman's?
Well, it's in that same building as the
Shopping
clinic.
center, I guess you
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
it's the clinic, not Klingman's. Sorry about that. I thought we had rented the other half of Klingman's building. I don't know. Hopefully I won't be looking for right? That's gonna be kind of tough though for them to be in that building and then Dina and plus he still has to come to the sheriff's office. DA does? He goes over there almost every Monday morning.
I guess I'm kind of silly on this one, but
what's that?
we've got 2598 here.
Okay,
We've got this here.
Go talk to her.
Is it some sort of
I think,
reduction or something we
well, I think you,
Just make it worse.
you divide that, District 1, 2, and 3
Okay.
on DESI,
Do you know
Too
I
stupid.
think.
Okay.
That's
To know
general government.
Right.
And
Well, you already did talk about it. So.
Yeah, original bill tax
Yeah,
to
we
PO
did. That's-
3518.
Okay.
I'm too
And
stupid
that's
to know
for
that
Scott.
it's gonna
I
take a
guess, for
different
Scott
name.
Holkenberg
No, you're
instead
not.
of for Desi.
Okay.
Quit
I
treating
think,
me.
but the phone bill is weird because it used to be all under my phone, district one.
Monday,
And Scott had a phone and Brandon had a phone and we divided that out.
Can't hear what they're
Desi usually takes care of that.
Okay. That makes sense. I was
Yeah.
just
my hair.
it was a little foreign to me there.
I
And
understand.
trimmed.
But instead of opening up a new account and having a phone plan for each one, we just put it on one of us
Some
line
shampoo
and
that
split it.
keeps
And
it.
I do the same thing with my personal.
Yeah,
So I mean, it makes sense. I was just
This back here,
okay.
all righty.
I don't know what she'll do. She may or may not. Kind of knows what she wants. She tells me what I want.
It's attractive.
Really?
Innocent. He wouldn't eat it. It wasn't lit though.
The owner of bank said we used to walk around the bank down the hall with a cigar, an unlit cigar, just hanging out.
Oh.
That Danny Darling. He just chews them.
Oh, that was two kids once he got outside, but if you walk, he was walking around with a cigar hanging out.
It's a security blanket.
I can relate.
Did you not bring your phone with you? Why?
She never does.
Because she can't hear it. Can't hear when it goes off. I have to put mine on vibrate. She doesn't want to be traced.
I'm sorry, I wasn't in my mouth.
You don't want to talk. You quit? Does she know she's talking to you and not me?
Yes, she does.
Okay,
I told her it was me.
okay. Did you use your real name?
I didn't use any name. I don't want any tracing.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh yeah, here we go. I see that now.
Okay.
See yours is real. It's the same.
Yeah,
So it's a split up.
yeah,
Okay.
gotcha. Yeah. They just split it and kind of like a water deal that is what the election board and the assessor's office had, you know, it's just one half taken off, deducted, paid.
So you gave me a copy of that letter. With me, but you, it's a,
Not ready? Okay.
I'm just kind of going down through the thing.
What'd you do for Mother's Day? Wiped the can. Nice. It was a nice day. That was gorgeous. Caught me some walleye. Did you? Big honkers. Wow. Did you eat them?
Oh, yeah. We were gonna eat them last night, but we didn't get home in time to grill them, so we brought food home to eat it.
I see.
But the night before, we got me some grilled walleye.
Nice.
Oh, so good.
Do you ever play yours? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why we didn't used to do that.
Because it's so. I mean, there's so many bones in
don't taste good, do they?
I don't eat them.
Yeah. I've seen them at the grocery store or anything, but why don't they taste good?
I don't know. I think they're really, really good. I don't know.
Bottom feeders.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they've got 10 days to be there.
You out of stuff here.
You're fine. Yeah, I am out of stuff.
These are the last
No
two.
idle minds here. Start yakking.
These are the last two.
Sounds delicious.
My uncle made prime rib and grilled that fish. We had grilled salad and broccoli salad and baked potato and asparagus with broccoli around it.
What, bacon? Yeah, bacon.
Yeah, broccoli. Yeah. Have you ever cooked it like that? So good. You put that in the oven. You put it on the grill. So good. I have an air fryer. And I absolutely love it. I'm such a favorite. And you think that in air that it wouldn't brown things, but it does. And now I like it where it was a little bit grilled, so burnt lunch. Yeah, it's something delicious and tender. I love that. That's great for ribs. I love it. And beef coated. Oh, yeah. That's all I cook with. Really? Yeah. Veggies, meat. I almost got one around Christmas. Yes. But I'm like, where am I going to put it? I know, because it's huge. Yeah. But you love it. I keep mine in my stove. That's usually all I ever use. You're making fun of me.
Done. It's coffee. Need some coffee?
I got some. I got heavy duty economy.
Is that coffee? Nice coffee? Kind of nice coffee. Make you stuff? Yes, I do this with my mouth up here so people can't tell I'm talking. Can't tell I'm talking.
That's
I'm
true.
on it. Well, the stuff's not that strong. Sitting there yawning. You had a good Mother's Day, didn't you? Outstanding.
Actually, even mowed my lawn.
Oh, we went down to El Patio. But you know what that means?
No.
In the patio. Okay.
Thank you. Los Patros. You know what that means?
That's
The whole-
good. Pot roast?
Los Patros. Los
Los
Potros.
pot roast. Anyway, went in there, saw a bunch of people I knew, of course. It was packed.
Yeah.
It was Shelly Abbey or Shelly Haskins. She says, well, I figured this was the last place you would be on your day off is in the restaurant. And I said, you don't think I'm going to cook, do you?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to cook very much anymore, do you?
Oh, yeah.
You do still
Mhm.
on the weekends?
Nights.
Oh, you do at
I have a
night?
night job.
You cooked my dinner the other night,
I have a
didn't
night
you?
job.
Police and all that.
Moonlighting.
Just do. That's your job.
It serves as a complaint department too. So they come in there and
You know, if anybody complained about my cooking,
no, I'm
They
talking
don't
about
eat.
the county.
Exactly.
Yeah, they come right back there where I'm cooking and they start.
Oh, no. You're way too
Oh, I did that on the
convenient.
city though too. I mean, it was. If I'm covered up, because I have to concentrate. I'm not a multitasker by any means. So if somebody interrupts me, I said I'm going to have to get back with you.
Yeah.
How you doing?
All right, how are you?
I'm all right.
I haven't seen that trailer either. I haven't been inside it at all. Sure. Yeah. And you guys are going to do that.
Yeah, as long as I can do this.
What? You're saying that to yourself, aren't you?
I mean, my, it's right here.
And so,
Here's and there.
yeah. So that's
What you think? We're not anywhere close.
I don't know who this District 3 is, but they're sure spending a lot of money.
Wet weather doesn't help that.
Yo, man, you just thought it was bad, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that we might get some FEMA relief since everything surrounding this is, you know, you have your Day County, Alfalfa County, they're both gonna get something.
Are they?
I'm sure, I know I'm okay, you know, 'cause
Yeah.
that's bad, but.
Well, they was calling around to see if we met the threshold the other day.
Were they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, after that
Your
bridge,
bridge.
that helps, don't it?
Yeah, it will.
That's when I saw that last,
Unfortunately.
Tony and I went out there last night, put up signs, and I said, I think this might help on some FEMA.
Yeah.
it's real weirdo. What? Rosanna, Dana. Never mind. Max, did you have a bad weekend? You did.
Yeah.
you ever get, need some place to meet besides Medford or Concrete, you could drive over to Nash and eat at the pit stop.
Isn't that your question?
Did you guys get much up there
No,
as far
inch and a
as,
half.
as far as
Yeah.
damage or anything?
This is the
No,
first
we
time
had
Ron's
some
done
tree
it.
damage and stuff with the
Yeah.
It's the
storm.
first time I've been in since he.
We got several roads washed out, culverts falling in.
Oh yeah, that's what we're having a lot of.
Yeah,
Grace Joe still?
got some places that we knew were bad, but we
Because
had
he's going to be in
the money to replace the
And
culverts
so does everybody else, but
And they're
that
all-
would just make me.
falling in
Yeah.
again.
Well, you know, when you get that kind of water and rain, it sure exposes everything.
We got 3 graders down
Right
right when we needed it.
Restaurant, tell me
We
what you
took-
want to eat, just be
One
really
guy took 2 graders out and they both broke down,
Yeah.
so.
Well, we're not working on 3 right now.
Oh, yeah.
I've got 2. Those 2 leases went up on 2 of them.
Hmm.
Right as Pat was out of here, so it's been left for instead of 5, we're at 3.
Yeah, that's.
So I've got to deal with that. I mean, and then our
And
dozer,
they serve breakfast all day.
Yeah,
Gone.
Gone.
well,
It was good.
to me it's gone because it's
Me
it's
too.
about
What's in there?
Oh, really? Oh, my
Rita has
God.
a
touring.
company.
That's which dozer?
That's the only one we got. The
He
one
said the
that's been
guy's
out of the shell set.
he's not
And it went out down the hole. And we had to get it out of there. It's out of there and down there, and then they assessed it.
He said, well, he's going to go to Nash.
I asked them guys, I said, how much do we really need this
Take him to
dozer?
the nearest bus
I asked
station.
them. you know.
Richard said, oh, no,
They
he's
said,
not.
well, Gene really likes to run it. I said, no, that's not what I'm asking. I said,
Yeah.
I said, that's not
Do
my
we need
point.
it?
So I'm in the midst of
He said,
maybe trading that
Is
thing
that your
on some-
850K?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's another thing. We have to-
Richard gets down all by himself today. Dang it.
Well, you can handle it.
Until I miss something, that's it.
I'm gonna call Alex and tell her the thing ready.
Hello, POs are ready. Thank you, bye.
Okay, to entertain a motion to approve purchase orders and travel claims.
I move that we approve purchase order and travel claims.
I will second that motion. All in favor?
Hess.
Aye.
Stinson.
Blanket purchase orders. Just have one.
Do we need a motion to?
We do.
To examine those? I'll move the.
Well, we need a motion to approve it.
Okay, I need a motion to approve the blanket purchase order.
I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Hess.
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye.
Motion
If
carried.
you'll just put it on the stack right there.
Okay, item E. Notice of temporary location of regular meeting for the BOCC Excise and Equalization Educational Facilities Authority, Economic Development Authority, and the Industrial Development Authority. And it's all listed on this. 409 South Front, Medford, Oklahoma. Agenda will be posted at the same location in accordance with Title 25 of the OS&I 311 and the Open Meeting Act.
Will they post that up here as well, like on
I just try, Cindy had
the,
mentioned.
here
it.
and both places probably, right? in case
Well, they're not gonna be able to get even in the parking lot here once construction
people- Oh,
starts.
okay, okay.
So, but I was thinking we'll put something in the newspaper and then we'll post, we can post them at the post office, we
Okay.
just,
Yeah.
I think as long as we state where we're posting them and as long as they're posted
Do we post agendas on our website?
Yes.
Yes.
We do, so that's good too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cindy, did you put us on there?
Yes, your
Election board's on there.
No, this, here in the notice of regular meetings. If we're not, then I just need to file a bill,
Oh.
right?
It's on this paper that we're getting ready to
When we're
sign.
signing, it's
Yeah.
on there.
So I just need to make a note that I
Probably
left
on-
it off of there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just put typo.
It was not listed on that
Okay, but it's,
line item, but it is on the
Okay.
notice to
And
the
I
public.
just was gonna do one myself if it had.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right. So we good with that? We got everybody on there that needs to be, Max, I suppose?
Well, I think so. The excise board equalization,
Uh-huh.
yeah, excise and equalization.
Well, I will move that we acknowledge the temporary notice of location of regular meetings of the BOCC, Excise and Equalization, Educational Facilities Authority, Economic Development, Industrial Development, and Election Board. Okay.
Yeah.
And we
Okay,
don't really know the date yet until we get, but at least we're notifying, I guess, and then
Yeah.
we'll notify again when we have the effective date. Does that work?
I think so. Just as long as we.
We're just trying to get it
Do it
out
in a
there.
timely manner,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then I'll send that to you all.
and we can post them on the new buildings whenever they get set up. We're gonna put signs down there.
Yes, and I will, yeah, and I'll, when we get to that, I've got that as kind of a
Okay.
line item on the,
I'll second that. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item F, acknowledge the open meetings of the BOCC will not be live streamed during renovations of the courthouse.
Okay, this is what we were talking about. So do we want to acknowledge that we'll have audio
Audio.
recording of the meetings? Is that okay with you, Max?
That's okay with me. We're just,
It just helps everybody if there's any questions, and then that way,
well, we've started that before in doing the recordings and stuff. I think that'd be
Yeah,
good.
it
yeah,
helps me out if I have to go back.
yeah, I think it helps
listen to
these
it.
girls out a lot more than
Yeah. So,
us.
So if we're not, how about if we're not able to get the video, the live stream, then we will at least audio. But
Yeah.
I would like to, if we could, move it over. It's not that big a deal for them to move it over.
Yeah, and then if it is going to be a big deal, or even if it isn't, I think the big audio
The-
recording
yeah.
will be just fine because
Yeah.
it's probably going to cost us more money. I mean, if we can get by with an audio recording.
I mean, actually, I think it's just a computer drop, because we're just doing it off of YouTube. It's just like hooking up. Apprentice will be here on Wednesday to start looking at stuff, so, and Brandon may know that too, but I think it's just like hooking up another computer. I guess
well,
they'd have to hook up the TV and stuff.
Max,
too,
if you're
and
okay
maybe
with
not.
that, why don't I do a motion that the open meetings will at least be audio recorded. Is that
okay.
okay?
Yeah, that'd be fine with me. I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye.
Okay, it's been voted on, all in favor, and we voted and it passed and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so
Item G, encounter internet service contract for the Grant County Expo at Pond Creek.
I guess I better kind of give you a little rundown of this real quick because that's what I've been dealing with it. Lacey had contacted 3 providers, and the only one that got back with her was this encounter to do Wi-Fi or internet at the. I discussed with her. I also discussed with Phil, Jim, and Tim Winter when we were at that walkthrough on the building the other day with the contractors, which they came and did.
Good, good.
I was there, so I discussed with them. With us getting ready to move, Cassie needs her internet. I mean, she needs it there. So I discussed with the fair board, which they're going to formally do it on Wednesday night, talk about it, but they were okay with us going ahead and setting that up. I believe at the last meeting, Cindy had said, and we all agreed that we would pay the installation, the commissioners would pay the installation, and I think it's, well, it says right here, it's $149.
Yeah.
Monthly fee of $88, and a late fee of $15. You probably have this in front of you over there. That the commissioners will, during this relocation, they will pay that. When Cassie moves back out, when we're done with it, they're going to leave it installed, and then the fair board will take over payments of the $88.
Okay.
So
The
I wanted.
contract's actually in the name of, how is the contract, Max?
The terms.
Up at the top. Is it,
It's in the
And the-
Grant County Fair Board
okay, so that's what I'm
on the
saying,
back
that
here.
I think what's gonna have to happen, and Penny, correct me if I'm wrong, but won't the fair board have to pay it and then the county reimburse them for that? Since the contract is actually.
Well, maybe at the
bill's
end-
gonna come
Actually
in
in
the
the
name
fair
of the
board's
fair
name.
It's
board.
in the fair board, so maybe the fair board will pay it and we'll reimburse them. Because the commissioners
Well,
are gonna-
What I would
While
do
we're
is find
here,
out
we
if the
wouldn't have a
auditors,
problem with doing that way, us paying it, right?
what I would do is find out from the auditors whether that is a fairground improvement expense or a free fair board expense,
Okay,
because that's two different funds. And then I would make sure that how they would like to see that being paid, whether the county pay it and fair board.
yeah, Cindy, if you could
Yeah,
ask them.
I'll
But I
email
think,
them and send the email
as
out to
far as
everyone.
it goes right now, my concern is, and why I wanted to do this, is to go ahead and get it in motion. Because Cassie's, when's she going? She'll be down there next
Yeah.
week.
They're moving stuff this week.
And it's
They're
an
moving on
enhancement to
17th.
the expo center as well, because all the meetings that they have in there, they need that media outlet.
I mean, I don't have a problem with
No,
doing
they-
that, we just gotta make sure we're doing.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Barring the billing and how we're going to pay for it, I would just like to go ahead and get this going, get them scheduled. They may not be able to
I
do
think
it for.
she visited with them and she said she'd let them know for sure today, but they were
Okay.
good with going, they
I
would
would
be able
really
to get
like
it
to
done.
try to get.
That's what she told me last week when I talked to Lacey.
Are you good with that, Max?
Yeah.
That's the only reason, Max, that I say that is because right now, when I'm trying to finish up the financial statements, there's kind of controversy over, are we gonna treat, free fair as a trust and agency, or are we gonna treat them with county funds? And, the auditor's office is talking to, like our chart of account people and trying to figure out which it is and how we need to be dealing with it, because
Okay.
it's kind of a
Yeah, Cindy, you might
Gray
explain
area.
to them kind of what we're wanting to do. And we're wanting to install it and pay for it while we're there.
Yeah.
And
Well, I know
then
we-
afterwards we're gonna turn it over
To the
them,
fair,
so.
yeah, and there's no sense in.
Well, that's a good point. I mean, yeah, you gotta be.
I know when we talked to the Phil Ransom, and then they had understood that we was gonna pay the installation fee, and then the $88 was gonna be paid by us until they moved the extension back out.
Mhm.
Then it would be turned back over to them.
Well, I guess then my question would be, would it be cleaner if, and I wouldn't think it would be that hard to do, is if we had a contract with Encounter for the county, and then once we switched it back over to the fair board, redo a contract, but not, there shouldn't be another installation fee though. Yeah. What's your thought?
Probably the easiest way would just be do the contract with the county to begin with, and then when you're getting ready to leave, you could do some sort of interlocal agreement with them where they agree to take over
Right. And
the payment, and then you could just go in and switch the billing address.
but we definitely want what Penny was talking about as far as our books go. We need to really be sure on that, because I know how rear end showings can go from auditors. I mean,
It's just
it's
a gray area.
Yeah.
Free fair is a
Yeah.
little bit gray.
Yep.
Yeah.
free don't mean free.
Only on the free.
Free.
So I guess our big question is who are we going to put it into right now? And since we're using it, we might as well put it in our general or however we want to do that. And then maybe down the road, I mean, barring what we can do, maybe it's a deal where the free fare or whoever we put it into can reimburse us later on for it, rather than us reimburse them. But that's something down the road. I mean, that we'll have to deal with. Well, it's kind of like the cell phones and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, like Max was just explaining to me that's all split up. It's on the same deal, but now we split it up. So it would be similar to that, I would think.
Well, all I'm going by here, it says customer Grant County fare.
Uh-huh.
That's all I'm going with. I read the whole thing there, and I don't see anywhere where it says name Grant County as being the person that.
Let's see.
But if you're
And that was
dealing with
typed by
budgeted
me.
money, you guys have given budgeted money to the free fare.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That was the
so whose
Well, I
decision
say
is it
it's
to
us.
expend that money? Is it the board's decision to expend that money, or is it the free fare's decision?
Well, it's a
I think it'd all be covered under the fair board, wouldn't it?
Well, it depends on if the fair board is a trusted agency or if the fair board is a county fund.
Yep.
Fairground improvement is a county fund because it's a sales tax. But the free fair board is kind of a different animal.
Yeah, they're an independent organization.
Yeah.
Well, are we going to? I would think logically, it's going to be used by the Expo Center. Who does that fall under? Free fare is not as much as who does.
Well, it was built. The fair board was improvement was built with sales tax money,
Right.
which is county funds.
Right.
But it is under the jurisdiction of the free fare, who relies on the rent.
Yep.
Because the rent that is derived from that building goes back to free fare, not fairground improvements.
Okay. Well, that's just something we're gonna have to look.
Stephen, in your opinion, are we gonna be okay signing that? I know you signed off on that as to form.
Well, this is a legal contract. Customer here says free fare board. So, looks like the free fare board would be the one getting the billing.
That's kind of what I think. Right?
Okay.
So you'll be okay signing off on this, but you need to enter into an interlocal agreement with the free fare board.
Okay.
Because you'll be receiving the benefit of that.
And we'll be
And
making
then
payments.
you need to make payments. So you're gonna need to enter into some sort of interlocal agreement with the free fare board.
Okay. And so if we go ahead and motion to get this ball rolling, maybe at the next meeting, can we have that interlocal
Yeah.
agreement to where we can straighten that out?
Yep.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, Max, I'm gonna move that we contact In-Counter Internet Service to install for the contract for the Grant County Expo Center.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye. If
And we'll need to make sure that they know that.
I'm going to the meeting Wednesday night, they
Okay.
do have that. I think they were going to put that on their agenda.
Okay.
Well, I'll get the local agreement ready before then, and you can take it and have. Can they get that on their agenda still?
Well, we have to ask Katina probably. I think
Well,
they
this is
should.
Monday.
Well,
I think they would.
Yeah,
be
they
because
should-
it's
yeah, we
Wednesday.
it's Wednesday. They should be able to. I know she made the agenda out last week already. I was going to put it out Friday, but I think before noon today we should have time.
Let's see, yeah.
If it's anything like Palm Creek used to be.
Should just be the day before.
Or it's 72 hours.
Hi, it's me, it's Steve. Hi, the Fair Board agenda has not been posted yet, is that correct? Okay, we need to see about putting the interlocal agreement on there. Yeah, I would,
Between the commissioners per se
yeah,
and the fair board.
just, no, I'll get with you after the meeting. Okay, thank you, bye. Oh, you can, it's before time, can you not do a revise?
Well, sure she can. Yep, but like I said, if it's 72 hours, she may have to get it done before noon.
Yeah, I'll call her just as soon as.
Well, it may not. See, our meetings are on Thursday nights. That's why I'm sitting here on Monday. She may.
When is the meeting?
Wednesday night is 6 or something.
As long as you post it by tonight before 6 o'clock, that's
Yeah.
48
As long as we
hours.
get it. That way we can have it and they can
And
sign
then
it.
we can call it a special meeting.
And then we
Well,
can.
it's not really a special meeting because it's a regular scheduled meeting. To me, it's just a revision of the agenda.
See what.
What's your thought? It's prior, they're still within the guidelines of if they needed to do it as a special meeting. Can we revise it and state why we're revising for the addition of an interlocal agreement?
I don't know enough about the posting requirements there. The safest way would just be to do post a special and do that. Do that.
I
Let's
know
not
the schools,
do that
they revise theirs all the time.
Do that
send them and
immediately
change
after
them
the
and do
regular
all that, But schools are a lot different.
Yeah,
than-
just
Yeah,
have
you
a
can
meeting
schedule
after
it
the
right
regular
after the
meeting.
regular meeting.
Yeah.
Add it to
Oh,
it.
gotcha. Oh,
Just-
okay.
Just
Do it
right
as
after.
a
Yeah.
separate item.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a good idea.
And that
Okay.
way you're covered.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you're gonna take care of that after
Yeah.
the deal.
And
Yeah.
then if we get that interlocal agreement, they can sign it that night, and then next week, we can approve it here.
Yeah, I'll
Right.
do that. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, sorry about that. That's kind of.
Okay. State expenses for DA's office for April 2019 in the amount of $912.38.
And just
And that's
FYI, because last
acknowledged.
month, yeah, well, I think did you sign?
I signed it.
Okay, because last month, it's kind of how it falls in this, because last month I think we had very minimal, so there were more this month, because we just do it as the warrant's actually clear.
Okay. So, we need a motion to go ahead and okay that for me to sign.
All right. I move that we approve the state expenditures for DA's office for April 2019.
I will second that motion. All in favor?
Hess?
Aye.
Stinson?
Aye.
Okay, we signed it for $912.38. Item I, payroll claim voucher for the election board for 2019 April. And that's the same thing that we do both of these every month. For $2,550.12.
And note that next month it will be different because the pay rate takes effect, the statute,
Right.
or the one that state statute, May 1st is when it takes effect, so next month will be different.
All right, I move the payroll claim voucher for the election board secretary, April of 2019.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Hess?
Aye.
Stinson?
Cindy,
Motion
did
carried.
KC Electric get the bid to do, okay.
Yeah, they're supposed to be showing up this morning.
Yeah, he's wanting to
Okay.
Okay, item J, 2019-30 resolution, contract agreement renewal, ETR fund between Grant County BOCC and OCC EDB. And this is,
I've got 2 copies there. 'Cause I
okay,
put our resolution number on one of them, just so we could have an original. So that was just kind of the cover letter there.
gotcha.
And then, there was their resolution, I just made some copies, so. I made a copy and then one for us to keep here, so.
And this is the ETR that I went and borrowed the money, advance funded my project on Clyde Road, like we've done before, advance funded it. And that's ETRCB 8-27-1, 32 in the whole 19. And this is just to renew that. Renew our contract. It'll have to be signed by us and then the state board. And I would make a motion to approve.
I second that.
Okay, it's been moved and it's been seconded. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Stinson.
Motion carried. Here's the rest of the paperwork. Here's the second paper to sign, unless you got, yeah, you're gonna have to. Do I have 3 to sign?
Still up to the.
Oh,
To,
I don't know why I have,
You can go ahead
you
and
look,
sign it.
the reason there's 3 is because I put a resolution
Number
number
on
on
that.
it for us to retain.
Gotcha.
And Desi had given me 2 copies, so.
That'll be fine. Thank you.
I never know whether I can put, I just thought, well, I'll leave that just on our copy.
Okay, item K, 2019-31 resolution for disposing of equipment for a John Deere CX-15 rotary cutter. And there's going to be 3 of them there. The next 3 are going to be District 1 for 333.22, 333.23, and 333.24. They're all for CX-15 mowers to dispose of that I sold at the auction.
Okay.
I'd entertain,
I'll move that we, I guess we're calling it disposing of equipment 2019 32, 33, and 34 for surplus. Disposing of equipment 31, 32, and 33.
There we go, yeah.
Rotary cutters for District 1.
and I will second that. All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item N, 2019-34 declaration of surplus document files, one section from vault, county clerk, inventory number F113-2.
Okay, so they're surplusing.
It's these things right here.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, them single drawer deals.
Okay.
Do you have someplace for them to go? Or
Away.
just away.
Just getting worse, you can't get rid of them, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
I
That's-
will move that we surplus the document file, one section from the vault, county clerk's inventory number F-113-2.
I'll second
You're
that.
getting.
All in favor?
Hess,
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye.
Oh, no, yeah.
As soon as I saw that.
Yes.
The other.
I don't know if I got that all down there.
Okay. Item O, 2019-35 declaration of surplus, front counter with desk area and roller shelves from the county clerk, inventory 10-112-4.
Which is our big front counter, and graciously, we are going to transfer that to the election board. Bequeath it to the election
So is this the
board.
counter we were talking about the other day?
Yes, and she came to me this morning and said, I'd love to have that counter, because they're
Awesome.
going up in the election board,
Yes,
and that will
awesome.
give them a counter.
That solved the problem, didn't it?
Yes.
Well, good, Robin.
I know.
So we're
Like
gonna work,
Superwoman.
we're working on getting it where it can be moved.
I've been nagging them
We have
for
crowd.
2 months now to get that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, shoot. So basically we're gonna transfer the inventory to them, right?
Right. I'm just surplusing it, and then next week, or once we get it out, then I'll do the disposing.
Awesome. What do you think of that, Max?
That sounds good to me.
All right. I like it a lot. I was worried about that for a little bit before we had our talk, but staying here, so that's good.
So you make a motion to surplus?
I do. I'll do that.
I'll second. All in favor?
Hess.
Aye.
Stinson.
Yes. He's preoccupied.
Motion carried. Designation of requesting officers, Captain Morris and/or J. Dave Williams, the second for the Waukeeta Fire Department, and then they have signed it. I'll make a motion to approve.
I will second that.
All in favor?
Hess.
Aye.
Stinson.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item Q, courthouse renovations and relocation, including but not limited to electrical, plumbing, advertisement, ramp and portable buildings, signs for temporary, rekeying of temporary locations, election board secretary requirements,
Security.
security, thank you. Treasurer's office furniture, acknowledge required publication, including but not limited to OK Department of Labor, summary of work-related injuries and illness, federal wage and labor board posters, state labor board posters, etc. Emergency exit plan and severe weather plan for all locations, moving company for contents of courthouse, temporary relocation dates, etc. Other necessary items needing addressed for temporary relocation of courthouse offices. I should let you all read that.
If you want, can I just start by kind of telling
Yes,
you
give
what
us
we
an
have? Okay.
That'd be great.
On the electrical and plumbing, Casey Electric was the lower bid. They're starting this morning. Estimated completion of 2 to 3 days. That will be for the connectivity of the electrical services at 409 South Front. Blant Plumbing has been hired. He should be on site sometime this week and working, I think, into next week as well to install 3 new toilets, 1 new sink and vanity, and to connect the 2 existing sinks and vanities, also to include hooking up the hot water tanks. There were 2 little hot water tanks over at that thing, so he should be able to hook up. And one thing, so we've got that going on. One thing we do need to do is we need to get a barrier, because the one where we're putting in the new bathroom, there's just a framed out door between the 2.
Curtain.
But I guess so where are you gonna store your secure stuff if you're gonna be in?
I don't know.
Okay. So anyway, we need to see, and I do have a picture of that if anyone wants to, or if you all want to see that, where there's just it's framed out between the 2
talk
rooms.
about
So.
Well, it didn't work the last time
I
with the
know.
picture. We thought we had potties.
I know. We're working on it. So anyway, but I think we can just put up some plywood and screw them up there. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything fancy.
So there is, like in the north trailer, there is going to be 2 bathrooms, right? Is that what you're talking about, the plywood between them? Or-
No, the other one that doesn't have, that we're putting
They're gonna
the
put the
potty
toilet.
in.
toiletless
Yeah.
one.
There's actually just like that's the only way you can get in, I think. No, there's a door that has a door between the 2 offices, and then there's like a framed out between the two little bathroom areas, I mean, the two little storage
A
areas.
doorway.
Yeah, and so, you know, do we want, if we're not gonna make that her secure room, do we need to secure that off or just, you see what I'm saying? Cause right now there's like, there'll be the bathroom and then it's like, there's a doorway and then there's like that little other closet area. And what we were originally thinking was to put, or what I was thinking was we'd close off that and then we could, because that other area has a door on it that can be locked and that could be her secure area for her.
Right.
But we gotta close off that between the new bathroom and that little storage closet.
Okay.
If we're gonna use that.
And
for
if
that.
that's something that can be easily done with plywood or something, Scott could probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm
do that,
thinking. We
right?
just slap up some plywood on both sides and call it a wall. Okay. The advertising, we're kind of starting on that, but it's going to take a little bit. I have talked about the handicap ramp, and we are going to need a handicap ramp. The mover, he did make this, I think everyone's kind of been over there. The step is now in place and they're working on the breezeway.
It's done.
It's done, okay. What he suggested, and I thought was probably a pretty good, I mean, I don't know, I'm just, don't shoot the messenger. Okay, he said what he would do if it was him was, he would just take out where he put the steps and build that ramp out, and we wouldn't even have steps, we would just have a ramp leading up. You know, it's only, 2 feet off the ground or whatever.
I think that probably sounds good to me, but you definitely need the ramp, so.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be is it gonna be long enough for, the ramp, you know?
That's what I mean,
2 feet.
where he put the steps is
gonna be
really
2 feet
wide enough.
tall.
Right.
It's gonna be longer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I mean. When
Yeah,
the
and
ramp's
we'll
gonna be-
that's what we were kind of waiting on Larry as well, because he was gonna go over there with Scott and make sure that we got it,
Got the right
ADA
pitch.
compliant,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's my
Scott told me
question.
before the meeting that Larry hadn't been here yet. so.
Okay. So, and if not, I'll get some
Are you
specs if
people
I-
that are gonna be using the buildings, are you okay with a ramp, or would you rather have steps as well? Ramp's good?
Ramp's fine.
Yeah.
I would think.
Well,
Yeah,
you guys
I
are
would
gonna
think
be the
so.
ones that's doing it, so.
I have visited with, I've kind of got some signs, just ones that we made on the computer and Katina laminated for us. So we've got signs for the DA's office. And Dina's taking care of her signs, all of her signage.
Right.
You came and got the one for the OSU extension.
Burn my
Um,
fingers.
And then I've made I've made up just some signs to put like on those one doors that say exit only and that kind of thing. And I've got this stuff at home that's just, so I thought, well, we'll put those on those outside doors and I thought we would just maybe title them Building A and Building B and then kind of give suite numbers or whatever. So I've got Building A, Building B, and they have that magnetic stuff that you can just stick on the back, and we probably just stick them on the outside of the door. So we'll try to do it this way to not have to have signs made up as much as
Yeah.
possible.
Okay.
Scott does have a handicap sign, so we should be good on that.
Now, what about from Highway 81? Because that's where they're going to really get confused. I remember when the soil conservation was there, and they would come up here and say, "Where's soil conservation?"
So you think if we should try to put maybe some signage?
I think there
something
should
like
be
that?
Yeah.
some kind of signage on 81
On
that
81.
says.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. What do you think, Brandon? Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a mess. So
Well, yeah,
yeah,
it's gonna be inconvenient for everybody, but.
You could put one sign out there along the highway directing them that way.
That's
then-
kind of what I, yeah.
That's
A
sort of-
double
Yeah,
sided.
double-sided.
Yeah.
How about Highway 11?
you're gonna put a sign up in front of the buildings
Well,
I
stating
think
that it's
you
temporary
should.
courthouse.
Sure.
Because
that
some
something
people
that
coming from
CED
11
can do?
do.
It's true.
Yes.
Ask them.
How about Highway 11 as well?
The four-way stop or something? I don't know.
I mean, because there's people that live in Grant County that live on 11.
So, do you think
And
we
they
just
don't.
need to put a sign saying temporary courthouse? I mean, what do you think we should put on the signs?
You could put something out here
That's what I
that
was
says
I don't think
temporary or temporary at this address.
Yes,
That would probably be.
that's what I was
If we
thinking.
put it on
putting
the
a
south
sign
door.
On the, well, we could put it here either
But-
way.
I would say it's.
But I think
They
you ought to be
get into
specific as to whose offices are.
Right.
Which, and so I did type this up, so I don't know, here y'all, I mean, it just shows the temporary locations.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And so
I got
does that work?
That on a sign out each end of this place, because people are gonna come, they're gonna
Oh,
pull in,
yeah.
the parking lot's
I
gonna
mean,
be
just,
Oh, yeah.
gone,
that,
and they're gonna
public
say,
notice,
oh, well, where are we
courthouse.
going?
I was thinking a big sign that says these people at this
Yes.
location,
Yes.
these people,
Yes.
like a big, like,
Yes.
you know,
like
kinda like,
this, but huge.
well, yeah, like what they do, like when they're putting up a new build, like when they're building a new
Right.
one, and there's
like
like just like,
Not like a billboard.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, like a big, like plywood
You can have
sign
like they
that
had on
says,
MASH, where they had all those arrows.
Yes.
They're different directions.
or
Or
just
how about
at
we
least
use
it
our
says and
campaign
has an
sign?
address.
Then we wouldn't have to buy any.
I know, just looking around, paint over
Everyone's
it.
like, yeah.
Big pennies.
Just people are gonna pull up, and if they see
Exactly.
the sign with an address,
Yeah.
they can look at it and see where to go. If not, they're gonna be pulling up, like, and then they're
I
gonna start
agree.
calling.
But I like
and-
Max's
That's a
deal.
good
idea.
idea.
Yeah.
I like
So
that.
you
But I think we need a
like it
big
with
sign
you or do
I
you
agree.
think-
Yeah, I like that
Totally
idea.
Well,
These people
That's
are
where
at this
CED
address,
can
these people
figure
are at this
that out.
address.
We just have what we need on it.
Temporarily.
Couldn't they?
Yeah.
Because I won't
That
remember.
might be
Even
a
if you
pretty
go to
big
paper.
sign.
They're
I
not
don't
gonna
remember.
remember. No.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure
Yeah,
I
it's
can
gonna be a
remember where.
problem.
They're gonna drive down here and
Probably
just
a-
look around and.
Yeah, shoot, it'd probably be
Or 2 by
4x4, maybe.
Yeah, we could do that. Put one sign out here, double sided
Yeah.
out here, that'd be fine.
Well, I'll get with you on that.
Okay.
People will get it figured out. It's gonna be the first timers coming up here that are gonna be.
Yeah. Okay, so if anyone, Katina actually brought she's letting me use the laminator, so anyone who needs to use it, it's over there, or if you want me to make signs, just please let me know. Dan, I did check on rekeying of the buildings, and Dan Cornforth was the cheaper. So I contacted them, I think we talked about that last week. So he will be on site the week of the 20th to rekey like the DA's office, rekeying some things up at District 2, and then rekeying of the buildings. And so once that will probably be good, because then we'll kind of have an idea really what all needs to be rekeyed once we kind of get the furniture. I mean, I kind of have an idea, but it, I haven't
And who
really-
has the keys?
Well, I
When they are
would think Scott Falkenberg will have like a master key, and then I would think like you will have, like I won't have access to, only Scott would have access. And so like you would have the keys to your office and,
Our employees?
yeah. So that
Well,
will
the
be
department
good.
heads should decide that,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I will
you
send an
get-
email out and say, once we decide how many, find out how many, I can't even talk, how many sets of keys we need for each office. So I'll
Okay.
send it out and then,
Okay.
And then, of course, everybody will be recorded at who's got one, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
True.
I've got a little form.
Everybody will know where all the keys are, so
Yep.
when we're done,
I'll
we have
keep
this
track
thing.
of who has the keys, but I won't have the keys. Only
Right.
Scott will have a master key, and then everybody will have the keys to their own office. Okay?
Is that cool with you, Max?
Yep, that is. That'll work. I wanna keep the old locks too,
Yeah.
because we may,
Shoot.
Use them for something else.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, absolutely.
Okay. Oh, and just FYI, I did confirm that with Darren Locke, that he is okay with us rekeying that building.
okay.
And he said whatever we needed to do at that building, he was fine with that. Like if we needed to put a pole or anything up for internet access or whatever, he was good with that.
Okay.
And he also was gonna get, I think this weekend, get that. I told him that he would like to have that one desk left, but to take the other desk that had the chair, and he was supposed to get it out this
Okay.
weekend. State Election Board security,
Okay.
You guys want to see this?
Sure.
Last Tuesday, I got a phone call from the state. Oh, I have one. I have another one.
oh, here, I'll take it then.
Yeah, Cindy.
Yeah, I'll leave
Don't
this.
matter.
I have a copy in my office.
Okay.
So last Wednesday, Carol called, and she's in charge of stuff. And she said, she knows that we're getting ready to move because she needs to come up and do a meeting with us, and we keep having to change and blah, 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 blah. So I asked someone a long time ago about moving the election board tally computer. It's on its own separate line, just has a direct dedicated line. And the guy said, no, that'd be fine. Anybody can move it just as long as they know, just have to move it and set it up. Well, they got to thinking about it and they said that won't work because November 1st, this new law comes into effect, and as of that time, the ballots, the voting machines, the thumb drives, all the stuff that has digital knowledge on it has to be stored securely in a locked box, in a locked room. And that was the first thing. I was like, how are we going to do that? The second thing is that after November 1st, we are not to share office space with anybody for privacy matters.
Oh, so when we relocate, you can't be down here. You'll have to be all upstairs.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
I thought wasn't that the plan?
Yeah.
No, I thought part of them was going to stay down here when they moved upstairs.
Oh.
The plan was to store the election stuff down here,
Oh.
but that won't
Won't
work
work.
because it's not in our
But
office.
once you're
And
up there,
typically-
you'll be fine though, because you're gonna be in a secure, separate office.
Yeah, but that stuff still needs to be in and I'm trying to find a cabinet that they would all walk in. So I'm not worried about that.
But you're good till November 1st.
November
Is
1st.
that right?
But storing stuff in the
But they do
office
it
that we
now.
are now would mean that they would have no use. They couldn't use it at all. So
Well, I mean,
it doesn't make
I
any
guess
sense.
My question is that you're going to a room that's way bigger than what you have right now, so should you not have sufficient room up there? There's a little closet, is it not big enough to store?
You can't lock.
Oh, well, we can put a lock on it, can't we?
Can't lock the one that's has room for storage because it's the fire escape from the attic.
Oh. Where that hole is on the 4th floor. That's right on top of that closet.
So is it gonna be necessary
To build another
build
little
a room for that?
room in there,
Up in your office?
frame out or something.
Or
No
a
painting of your
cabinetry
vault
that
either.
would be locked.
Yeah.
But that's really not an issue. I mean, it's coming up.
We can decide that.
What about when
we
we're
get
still
ready.
in, where are we storing that stuff whenever we're relocated?
It has to go with me.
So is it gonna be adequate over there November 1st?
Well, Cindy and I took this over to Cindy and I showed her and I said, this is what's going on. And she said, how about we make that little, instead of making 2 bathrooms, we'll make the little room into storage. I said, that ought to work perfect because I can put it in a locked box, I can put it in a locked room. And then we'll have our office right there so it's not accessible by anybody else.
But if you're now not gonna be in that,
Well, we haven't
office.
gotten to that point
Right.
yet. We still have to
but
discuss that.
so I guess that's my next question. If you were to go in with
If
Desi,
anybody else will allow us in.
then
That's
You
how I
better
feel.
double think that.
You're
Right.
just a
Stepchildren in the corners.
Well, that's why we're here. Really.
So I guess my question is if you were to go into the office with Desi, can you still store that in that locked area? It has to be in the same facility where you're at.
So there's those cabinets. I haven't been over there, but I discussed with Scott, and he said there's those cabinets back here. So is there any way that your thing would fit back there and be locked?
We can put a lock on a cabinet.
I think if the cabinet was locked, yeah. And it's all of those voting machines and they're stacked about yay high.
I don't know how big or
3 stacks.
how wide.
the size or anything of those
Well, that
cabinets.
well, you probably haven't seen it. They're probably
So-
about 2 foot by 1.5 feet.
What you use out here every time.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. So there's 3 stacks of those, and then there's a little box that will have the digital knowledge in it.
And I suppose you could always make that work because you could take out if there were shelves in there.
Probably.
Take them out and they would fit in there, and then you could put a.
Because
As
I
long
even
as
thought
that's-
about that with our printers,
Yeah.
just taking out showing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We can
Sticking our
even put a wall.
Well, okay, my question though, all of this stuff that's coming up doesn't take effect until November 1st.
It doesn't, but this is what the state election board is really wanting us to do now, since we're moving out.
Right, but it's not required yet. So I say they deal with it until it
Well,
doesn't
yeah,
take effect
but it
till
needs,
November 1st, so we
but
do the best we can.
that
but-
will come pretty quick, and the biggest, like we were just talking, the biggest problem is gonna be is over there, not here. Because we can accommodate you.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
But when November 1st hits, if we forget about it,
Right.
and it's not done, then what do? Are we gonna have to put something in there, in her room as well?
I really think that Desi's suggestion, something along that line, will take care of it for
Okay.
the time being.
Okay,
Lot cabinet.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, pardon me.
All I would say is there's no guarantee that we'll be back in here.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not. I wouldn't count on it.
Don't
Matter of
hold-
fact, That's
don't
what I'm
hold your
saying, it's
breath.
gonna be a problem over there, it's not
Yeah.
here.
Well, now here it
You're
says
not
though, you're
No.
saying that you have to be in the same location, but it just says you can't share the storage space. It doesn't say you have to be located. It says you just can't, like, you're the only one who could use that closet.
Right.
That doesn't mean that closet has to be in your room.
Why
It
would
just-
it be? Why would I not have it?
Because we're trying to get everybody to fit in the buildings, is what I'm saying. If we had to use that for your storage, because I don't know how
Are
wide
you
those other
talking,
cabinets
Robin, are you
are.
talking about the voter machines?
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
I asked him about putting in a rolling cart that would store them.
yeah,
She said, well, no, because that could be rolled out the door. So, well, what if we bolted it to the wall? Well, it could be unbolted from the wall.
You've got to have it locked up.
I have to have
But,
it done.
but you necessarily, I mean, I know it's more convenient for you, but you necessarily wouldn't have to have it in the same
Building.
trailer as you.
Brandon, what
You
do
could,
got?
as long as you were the only one that
to
had
share
a
a
key.
space with any other employees, then this is kind of all moot, isn't it? Because we're not going to
No,
be done
she's
with the
not.
building by
She's
November.
just
We are
talking
not.
about what she's gonna do with her election machines that has to be her own space.
Right. And she's the only one that could have a
Right
key.
here
to
I
it.
Doesn't-
see.
And if,
See?
and if what
Right
Cindy
here.
Okay.
is
Just
saying,
reading what it says over here.
right,
Where
Where
it says,
are you,
where
Brandon?
it says,
That's for
I'm
the-
not sure that we can find a solution to having a space that is separate from any other courthouse employees. So
So-
if it's saying they can't share a space with us, then we need to figure out something before they move in
Are
with
they talking
us.
about share a space for your storage?
That's what I was-
or are they-
No, if we could just all calm down a minute and
Oh,
let me go
okay.
through this piece of paper.
That's why I was asking.
Okay, so the security issues are having all that stuff locked up, which is, Cindy and I figured out a easy plan. That, I really think that will take care of any questions we have right now. After November 1st, we are not supposed to share office space with anybody else
Right.
by law. But because this is a temporary thing, I don't see that it's, and that's what I meant by,
Okay.
I'm not sure we can find a solution. I meant, I think
Well, I
we
see what
probably
you're
have
saying.
There's not an
to.
immediate solution.
We're gonna have a solution, it's just not gonna be immediate.
So, yeah, our
You know,
solution is
yeah.
we're going to go upstairs.
You're bringing it to our attention that we're
Yes.
gonna
Yeah.
have
Well,
to deal with
so
this.
here's my next question. What do they do to you anyway? What can they do to you?
Well,
I mean,
state-
Well, we would be out of compliance if we don't do something by
Right.
November 1st.
Well, right, by November 1st, but
we're
you
gonna
know,
develop a
we're-
plan.
Uh,
We're gonna develop a plan, which we already have, because we're gonna move in your office up there when we come back.
Yeah, right.
So
So,
does there
Yeah, but
need
when's
to
that
be
gonna change
more,
the issue?
do we need to do more communication with the state for our situation?
I don't think at this point,
They even know.
yeah, they know.
Oh, well, but I mean, at
But-
this point, but when we get closer to November 1st is what's
Right.
worrying me.
Right.
So are we gonna have to say, hey, have you already told them, hey,
I told them, I
my
said,
hands are tied?
we have these spaces, well, are they gonna build walls for you? And I was like, I don't think so.
No.
So, I really feel like, now maybe they get their backs up and say they won't do it. I mean, can't do it. I really feel like as long as we have that locked storage, we're fine. And I think that covers the majority of the issues. As long as we have anything that could be,
And that was what Desi and you had talked
Yeah,
about
yeah.
with the loft.
Okay, but if you have that little storage room, it still in the statute does not say that you have to be adjacent to that little closet where you're locked up.
no, it does not.
So do we need to get some clarification on that, or are we?
No.
Well, this is the law right there. I mean,
Right.
if it's
In which case, we should store everybody else's stuff on my side and let them walk to my side from their offices. You know, it just doesn't make sense to me to do that.
Yeah, that,
If Desi and Brandon would not mind us sharing with them, we could put it in the cabinets there and lock it up.
yeah.
Well, I mean, that's.
Seems like that'd be the
And then
simple and
work.
easiest for.
And then your,
is that what you're talking about?
like,
No,
this
stay
back
there.
part would be your area. I had sort of Scott draw this out. This is the entryway here, and then, if we had our part here and you guys had your part back there, would that work? And then you sort of do
But
that
then we
for
gotta
the,
figure out
do you
where we're
need
gonna put
you
the,
might
have the
wanna check
board.
with
She
Cindy.
has it.
Cindy,
Cindy,
back here.
she has it on there.
Oh, okay.
Check
back
with Bobby.
here.
Okay.
And then there's,
We can bring Brandon
there'd be
over, I
about
mean, if
9.5
there's a
feet.
You wanna check with Cindy Bobbitt?
we, to our,
She said you guys are moving the boardroom in our office also.
Right.
So right back
where we're
here.
gonna put this.
She's got it drawn.
10 feet back here. I don't know, is this
That's
table
what
going
we-
with us? I mean,
That's-
this
You're
is
already
just,
what I'm
taking the
saying.
one from the law
That's
library.
true.
okay, so,
Which one are you taking?
Oh,
that I do not know, I mean,
That she never said. All she said was that that you guys were taking half of our room for the boardroom.
For
Yeah,
once a
they use
week.
once
For
a week.
once a week, a half a room?
That's what she said. That's why I said you might
I
want to
mean,
check
let's
with
all
said that,
suffer
Cindy?
a little.
Yes, she said they were going to split our room in half and take half of it for the boardroom. Is what she
And we
had
put
said.
half of it.
Well, we're just gonna have a space
We'll
for
make
a
do.
meeting.
Well,
Yeah.
there could be
Yeah.
10 feet back here,
Meet
10
at
feet
Cindy's
here, and
office.
10 feet that way.
Do you guys, you know,
You could set up
what's
a
wrong
card
with
table
doing
and
the
have a
board
meeting.
meetings out at her shop?
That's what I wondered.
Like for,
I want to
like,
go there.
Courthouse is, the meeting room in Cindy's shop will be the courtroom.
Yeah,
okay.
but she also said that she had that employees room back there
Mhm.
that we could meet in for meetings. So that's still an option.
Well, yeah.
That'd make more
But
sense.
see, here's my thinking, guys, and yes, you girls, as far as what you're gonna do with Robin is great. The commissioners, it's an easy fix, I think, for if we have to go somewhere else and do it. To me, it is. I
Thank
mean,
you, Steve.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Thank
no,
you.
seriously. I mean, but to my point too, I mean, it's also that if we have to go in somebody's office for a meeting on Monday, I mean, that's fine too. But it's going to be a lot easier for us to
Yeah.
make a concession somewhere. I thought we were going to use the city office,
Yeah, the city office.
I talked to
Be-
them about that.
and they said
Be
we
it
could.
free of
She said we
charge.
could
Free of charge.
So
See,
what
so-
is the big problem?
Well, this is why we're
I don't
talking
know
about
how we're
getting everything
arguing
lined out.
Okay.
We're not. We're not.
So I mean, that, things are gonna
My only thing
change.
is,
Things
you
are
know-
gonna change, so if they said we could use the city office or city boardroom for our deal, then that
She told
solves
me to
that.
let
What I
me know
thought we
this
was
for the
talking
schedule
about
and they put it on their schedule.
Was where the election board was gonna room.
And they're working that out.
Yeah,
Right.
But as
That
far
sounds
as
good.
Brandon's deal is we're not gonna have room in their office for our meetings, which we could if we had to, but if we got the city office, then that's a
Yeah.
done deal.
Well, I guess the only,
Right.
you know,
I think you'd have room
the only
in
thing
there.
I think Cindy
I
was
know, we haven't even
thinking,
been over there yet.
and I'll be honest with you too, if we have to
It'd be
run back and
nice to
forth,
get
if
an
I
extra
didn't
look.
get something or
Right.
whatever, you're
Right.
either gonna have to recess and let me run and go get it,
But that's
or.
just
part of
that's
it.
part of it.
No, you just make a list and make sure you get it all.
It's
You
kind of
know?
a tiny bit like going from one building to the next for your storage. It's not
But,
this
but
big
I'm
a deal
saying,
as what you have.
but you know what, how often
How
do
often
you use
you have
your,
to go.
but,
Right.
but I'm saying to you, Robin, your ballot things, you're getting them out how often? I'm doing this once
Depends.
a week.
I don't know, and that's what I said. Yours is much of a bigger deal, but it's the same principle.
But
So
I mean, I don't care.
No,
I just
we're
want to
dealing-
do it and get it done.
We're
Doesn't matter to
dealing,
me.
we're dealing with laws here that we have to.
That's
we're
exactly
thinking
right. I
And
mean,
that's where it gets dicey.
it's a shall and a mandatory.
And it is a pain in the rear end, but this whole thing is for everybody. So, I mean, really, guys, but
It is.
we're trying to make this as easy on everybody that we can. Like the commissioners meeting, if you want to ask them once again if it's okay if we hold them up there.
I mean,
I think it's super considerate of the board to be relocated rather than us not being able to use part of a space.
And yes,
I would
and
rather do
in Cindy's
that.
defense, when we were first doing this, is hey, we'll just do it here. But I know it was last
Yeah.
meeting when this came up about the city
well,
office.
so something else
So-
that needs to be decided. Where are these tables going to go? We need to know where these need to go
Because we're
they
gonna
can't
gut this
stay here.
office.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have no temporary storage space.
Storage, just like we talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But where, at the women's building or where? I mean, they're going to be here this week, so we need to get this decided. Movers are coming the 15th to start on his office. I don't know how long, if they do it, it takes them all day. They're saying 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, if they have to be.
So,
And then
Max,
I
do
know
we
they're
have a
coming back
place
on
for
June
these?
6th for
Well, we talked about
Dina's
putting them down in
office.
the women's building,
Yeah.
down at
Well,
Palm.
What day for Dina's?
June
Did
6th.
you have
Oh,
that
okay.
Phil, all that stuff?
If-
No.
if
Phil told me
commissioners
he
could set up a
think
plastic
we
table in
find it.
Yeah,
the
just
Card
side of
tables.
our room.
Yes, because we could put the
Yeah.
file cabinets like that, and then they
Cindy
could just have a
told me
little
that we could
area
put
back
it
here if they
in the
needed.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
So we got
It's not
that.
a big
Yeah.
deal. And you know
You
what?
said
We're not
when
going to
the
be working
movers-
with the best of everything.
Cindy, when are the
No.
movers coming?
this week, Wednesday.
So I guess what we need to nail down is where exactly we're going to go with these.
Yeah.
Either Cindy's shop, what she said, or we can take them to the women's building.
Cindy's old shop. She said we could put them in there, but if we put them down in the women's building down there at Palm Creek, I think that's more secure
Yeah.
and more
Climate control.
climate controlled,
Except for
basically.
if the wind and it rains, it comes, you don't want to by the doors.
Yeah, don't put them by the
Well,
rest
we
of
should cover them up, I think, with
Sure.
plastic, probably.
But to answer your question, that's what we need to nail down.
Right.
I assume, Max, I think
Yeah.
we just go to the women's building with them.
That's fine.
Because
That'd
like
be great.
what you said, humidity control,
Okay.
everything like that.
Decisions, that's what we need to. that's
Well,
what
I
we
mean,
need.
it's,
So is the women's building available for everyone to store
well,
their
now,
extra
now
stuff?
we
No,
have to
I
be careful
don't-
because
I
they
don't
do
think
have
so.
stuff down there. Now, I can find that out Wednesday at the board meeting, but if we've got anything in, if we have anything in question when the movers get here, then we need to decide that first. But I'll be at the meeting and I can go over there and look.
Well, I know OSU Extension has already got it
They've got some,
approved,
they're
and
gonna have,
they're kind of planning to, but I know too.
I haven't been in there to
doesn't
see
want-
what's in there
They don't want us
anymore.
completely junking it out.
There's,
But,
No.
I was in the women's building like a month ago, and there was literally, it's completely empty except for
Okay.
Oh, is it?
the
Okay.
back corner. There's like 4 tables that are like stacked up.
but here's
Other
the
than that,
deal,
there's
I
absolutely
mean,
nothing really in there.
even though, and I will tell them, I'll say,
Well,
hey,
we need
we
to
need to
make sure-
use it,
Yeah.
but we need to make sure that they're not gonna put their panels in there or whatever, you know,
Mhm.
that's where they're putting that
Have
stuff.
an
So we
option.
have to be,
Communicate.
get everybody, and I can find that out Wednesday night. But if anything needs to go down there, like these tables that they come in, this is one of the first things they wanna do, then we know these are going to the women's building.
That's
right.
good. That's good.
And then we can be in the courthouse for up to 2 weeks after they get our stuff moved out.
Yeah, that was my big
Okay,
question
well,
because
kind of-
that's not
We all, okay,
awesome.
well, last week, I talked to the moving company and then, trying to figure out the IT stuff, making sure we were on track on all that. So then I talked to Derek Lamp of Apprentice, and he said, well, we have a 20-day lead time on the IT stuff, and I kind of freaked out on him a little. I didn't freak out. I said, that's not
Oh,
going to
I
work.
bet
That's
you
not
did.
going to
I
work.
bet you did.
Yeah, I don't ever do that. Anyway, so then Cornell came up that afternoon, so Penny and Desi and Anita was here and Scott Falkenberg. We all sat down in here and talked about it, and we're all willing to work from just like little desks or whatever. We're going to have them go ahead and get all the big stuff moved out, and then apprentice will be here on Wednesday to start, Wednesday the 15th. So it's gonna be busy over there.
Drops.
Start doing the drops and whatever they need to do. But they said until they have electricity, but Casey Electric is already on site, apparently, because they called. So hopefully we'll have electricity by Wednesday, and then they can start assessing that they can go ahead and, because that was his thing, wasn't that what he said? He said they want to make sure we have the electricity, and then, you know. So they said at the maximum it would be June 1st, but he really didn't think it would even take that long, because I think once they get over here, they'll.
Well,
they'll
their
not
problem
pretty fast.
is, just like everybody else's, if we push them back, that pushes their.
Which is some-
And that's why it's important
Yeah,
that we, that's
and
why
we
it's
can't-
important we kind of try to.
Yeah, we're
stay
not the
on
only
track of it.
customers they
Yeah,
have.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. That's
just-
kind of what the moving company
How
taught
do we
me.
get
Exactly, and it's kind of like the internet at the.
I won't be here for any of this, so
Lucky you.
that's my big argument is we had a move out date that was set, and then now we're moving out on the 15th before the buildings are ready, and now people are asking me how are we going to set up monitors, how are we going to set up computers because
You're
we don't
not
have
gonna have to
stands
do
and we
all
don't have
that.
this and that.
My question
And
is just
I'm
how
like,
do we
well,
get the internet?
I'm not going to
I
be
don't know.
here
too.
because I
That's
wasn't even
okay.
planning on being here for the
We've got-
move. Yeah, I
We've
took
got
off like
people that are
the
gonna do
week
it.
before the 7th to be ready for the move.
But you don't have.
But I've got other stuff going on.
Right.
No, you
Well,
don't.
people are asking you because that's who they know to ask, but we've got that all taken care of, so.
Okay,
So for like the assessors, you guys have desks that are going to work for all your monitors then?
While we're here,
Yes.
well, I hope we're gonna just try to jimmy rig them onto the end of what's left.
We can just
that
lay them
built
down
in.
flat and look at them like that. They don't have stands for their monitors because we got their,
If we don't have
We
room
got
for
the
chairs, then we
monitor
could stand up,
and
not have the chairs.
yeah, they're
in
losing
there.
their desks, so
Yeah.
they're not gonna have a way to hook their monitors.
Well, we did ask Scott about using this for Micah top table for Marilyn's desk, and then I think maybe if we keep them on those telescoping stands or whatever, maybe we can find a way where I can just turn my back to that built-in cabinet and Lori do the same, and then I don't know what we're gonna do with this cabinet yet.
can we just concrete
behind?
where we're gonna be?
Yeah, and I still don't know what building I'm
I
gonna
mean,
Not really.
Yeah, we
We
I don't
we
know
can't
any
sit
of that
here.
information.
I mean, we'll be here till 5 o'clock if we do details, but like I said before, yeah, if you
Well,
guys
if it
get-
takes 5 o'clock, we're gonna sit here.
I know.
Because we- I mean, this week, we're
But
supposed
you
to
just asked
be
me
moving.
concrete where we're gonna be.
Yeah, I don't know what building I'm in. And the movers are gonna be here Wednesday, so what building am I going to?
You're going with Desi.
In what building?
We are in building, did we call it building A or?
You're in the toilet building.
Speaking of, I still haven't even walked
Okay,
in.
which one is A? North one or south?
There you go.
Yeah.
North building or
Which
south?
one?
Well, I guess we're B, because I would say north, I get confused, I'm confused. Which one's the
This one's
north?
north.
Does it have the two?
It has the two
Okay,
bathrooms.
so then that's A.
This is A.
So I say that is the clerk and that's Desi. Okay, and Grant. So then building B, it's just on the south side.
Okay. So we're B. Now,
We're B.
is
So
it the
you guys are
treasurer's
B.
office, the assessor's office, and the election, or is the election board going with?
Election's going with Desi.
A?
Election's going with the.
Okay, so.
Are you okay, are you guys okay with that? I mean, I guess no one asked Desi or Brandon.
Well, yeah, I'm okay with anything as,
As long as you can get your desk and your computer and you can get up and walk around it.
and I can have air.
That's fine with me.
And you buy the air conditioner.
Oh, yeah, they have to be together because they're so hot. I'll take my fan,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
air conditioner's back here.
Yeah.
So that's why I had Scott sort of, draw this up and how
Yeah.
it could work and everything. So, yeah, I mean,
So let's-
we can work.
So the north
Close together.
building is A.
Yeah,
So we're in A.
And that is
Can I
going
actually
to
go
be-
look at my building?
Well, sure,
Yeah.
Why
go
not?
for it.
Yeah.
You're just behind the times, dude. Everybody else
I've
starts
been
getting over
working, I
there.
didn't even know about the move until
Well, get with the
today.
program.
Well, yesterday, I wasn't here. I was doing voting stuff.
Okay, so building A is
I
the
haven't had a
north
chance to look at
side,
it.
I know.
and the south side is building B, and in building A will be the commissioner's
yep. Ian,
office,
Desi,
and
Election
the
board.
election board, and ESA, and the emergency manager,
mhm.
in one office and the county clerk on the other side. And then in the south side building, which is building B, will be the treasurer and the assessor in the other side.
Yes, and the treasurer will not be moving until we have a bathroom and electricity.
Neither will the assessor.
Okay, good.
Good.
I'm not doing a portable toilet.
Well, then you're not going.
That's right, I'm not.
Shouldn't.
You're not gonna go at all.
You're right, I'm not.
That's for sure.
Okay, so we good on that, and then,
Sounds like a winner.
okay,
The
now,
district attorney is going up and the other, I don't know, what do you call that building up there?
I call it the clinic building,
Clinic.
Darren Lock
Yeah.
Properties, yeah.
You know, they're not going to be here.
And then the court's going to
Okay, so like
District
this is
2
if we put
shop.
file cabinets, like our file cabinets, and then they have this here back there for theirs.
Okay, so Kenny, do we need to talk more about your furniture?
We do.
stuff?
We
Yeah,
do.
that's on there too.
Okay, I was just kind of going down the list.
All your
It's
stuff
next.
back here.
Okay, so we're done
We could
with
move this back.
election board?
So-
Well, the election board's trying to figure out kind of what they're gonna do.
Me too, I
how
haven't
we're
seen
gonna
it either.
Like
So
as
that's
far
what
as
I
the
want.
law,
For
I
now.
haven't even seen what
All
it
right.
looks like.
And is everybody okay with that, right? I mean, what we're,
I appreciate Desi and Brandon being so accommodating.
Well, this is just temporary. We'll get you back over here where you got space.
And that'll be nice when you do
That
that.
will be
Oh my
nice.
gosh, yes.
Okay.
The only deal with my furniture is,
Treasurer's office.
yeah, is that, okay, the desks that Jennifer and I have right now are too big to get out the door. They were built inside the room. If we take them apart, take them down there, put them together, take them apart, bring them back here, remove,
What?
it's going to be that much harder to make sure that everything gets in the right place and is working well. Drawers sliding.
Why not just take them apart and go store them somewhere?
Well, how about not just take them apart at all? How about because we have the hutches and we have the broader desks. If we were to turn the hutches upside down on the broader desk, put them in the middle of the room, bubble wrap them, and make sure that we've secured them, and we're not doing nothing with my floor, so it shouldn't be a problem there. The only thing that would, and if they're in the middle of the room, they should not be in the way for the paneling to come down.
But they're having to take the roof out.
The ceiling?
They have to take that out so they can pull the paneling out.
Well, but they've done that
That's not
with me
easy.
sitting there.
Yeah.
So I think that would be okay, as long as, I need to get Larry Hand's take on this, and I haven't seen him, but I guess I'll call him today, to see if that's doable. And if it is doable, we won't have to worry about storing
well, I
it.
think that would be one less thing you have to worry about if
Yes.
if
Well,
that's
it's gonna
doable.
save us on moving costs too.
Right.
But
And
that's
it's
gonna,
gonna save me
that'll
on-
cost extra if they gotta take all that apart.
I know it.
It's liable to cost you more though in doing what they're doing inside though, because we told them we was gonna have the stuff out.
That's why we have to kind of check with them and see.
Right.
But
You do see my point on that?
I do see your point. I do see your point, and I think it was brought up before and questioned about that, and they said, well, it was gonna cost more. They wanted everything out of the room to work inside instead of having something in the middle that they had to work around.
And I will, in my defense, I
Yeah.
will tell you that the first time that we talked about my office and any renovations, the first time I ever heard that was going to happen, Cindy Bobbitt came in and said, "We're not doing anything to your office." She told me that. I've got
Okay.
witnesses.
Okay?
I'm not going to do anything to your office, and except for what we had written down on that little map thing that was sent out to us, which was more electrical outlets and paint if you want to paint. And I was told that. And like a few weeks later, I was told in this boardroom that my office was going to be gutted. I had no idea. So it's not exactly been, without a little chaos here trying to figure out what I need to do with furniture that I probably wouldn't have bought had I known that my office would be gutted.
Well, that's hindsight now. We just gotta go.
I
So I think-
understand that, but if you wanna know where I'm coming from, that's where I'm coming
But
from.
I understand.
You know, it gets frustrating. and
So I
we're
guess
trying to
the
work
main
it out.
thing we need to do is to please that, I mean, in my opinion, of course, is that, see if that is workable. If we
Yes.
can leave it and put, if,
If
like
not,
Max said, if it's gonna cost more money to do that and have to work around it, then we might have to go store it somewhere.
Well, then we need to get him on the phone if we can right now.
Well, I
and
tell you
figure
what.
it out.
We can do that, whatever. I was just told that it was talked about and they said that we had to have the stuff out. That's what I was
But
told.
maybe the circumstances weren't explained at the time to them
Yes.
about this and about this.
and we also were told that they could do it floor by floor. I mean, there's been a lot
Well, the
of.
whole deal about this doing it floor by floor is we was all gonna move out so they could be working on all the floors at once.
Yeah.
That was the main concern, the way I understood it was, is we had electrical issues. And we're gonna be working on electrical issues on all the floors. And when we asked before about the possibility of leaving the court up there or whatever,
Right,
and having people come in and out, that's when they said, no, their liability won't
Yeah.
cover.
I
And I
see.
can
And that's
understand
the
that.
issue that they had, was
Yeah.
the big liability to their insurance, let alone to us, exposing us to liability.
Right.
But
I mean, that's understandable. But as things change,
Yeah.
maybe the fact of this furniture changes too, and maybe if we talk to him and say, is this going to be a huge problem? Because it might be more of a problem if we move it out. We don't know that.
Right.
So,
Well, and I understand, Penny, what
Yeah.
you're saying. I thought about that this weekend, and I thought, okay, if we disassembled the furniture one time, and instead of moving it to the temporary deal and reassembling it, and then having to break it back down and bring it back over here, I thought it might be advantageous if you just disassembled your desks and stuff and moved them somewhere and stored them, because that wouldn't mean 2 or 3 more times assembly and disassembly. You had pointed out to me that every time you assemble something, it loosens
Right.
it, it works
your
on
drawers, your things
your
like
drawers and stuff. Thinking that maybe we could find a solution by storing your
Yeah,
furniture and not reassembling it and getting by with temporary.
yeah.
or
I
something.
think,
don't
I
know.
think we, my opinion is we find out how big of a problem it's gonna be. If we can possibly leave it in there, that might be the best thing. I think if it's not doing, I think if Penny's okay with that, we can store it somewhere would probably be better for you. And then make sure we get it put back correctly. I mean, I think that's where we have to be on it right
If we
now.
And if they don't get it back correctly, I'm screwed.
Right.
Because I've already spent the
Right,
money on it.
Right, and I understand that. So hopefully we can keep it in there.
Well, and that's the other thing about hiring professional
Yes.
movers, supposedly. They're gonna have insurance that's gonna hopefully,
But
Amount
Penny's
to
worried
the
about
end.
this furniture, and that's a big concern. And I really think we need to kind of take that into account myself.
Thank
It's
you.
not just it's not a fold up table that you're moving out,
Exactly.
and that's understandable. So I think
And I did
this is
say
always
that.
my opinion. I mean, but we
It
need
took 13 years to get it, so I was just
Yeah.
trying to keep it nice as long
Right.
as I can.
Oh, here, I had emailed him earlier, so let me see.
while we're waiting on that or whatever, if she's coming up with something, can we move? We got any?
Well,
other
I
stuff?
mean, I had emailed Ryan, he says see Ryan's comments below, but I don't see Ryan's. He says, I agree with Ryan, at least put furniture in an on-site storage unit.
Who said?
That was Jim Hamlin, the architect. And I had
Well.
emailed on the 8th. Let me find Ryan's.
so he's saying store it somewhere.
They don't want it in the office, is what he's basically. Let me find the email that.
So we might be able to talk to the people that are doing the actual work though too. I mean, once again, being removed from it, it's easy for them to say, Yeah.
Well,
moving
who I'm
on.
talking to is the
Right.
the construction people and the architect
Right.
is who I
Construction
emailed.
people are who you really need to.
Well, and that's who Ryan's with. Ryan is saying to put it in a
And that was how long ago when
On
this
the
first started?
No, I sent him an email and pictures of her,
Oh,
her
gotcha.
furniture on the A.
Gotcha,
I-
gotcha.
Let's see.
Is it
I'm
Tyler?
on Ryan's email because he says see Ryan's email, but I don't.
What?
It looks like they don't want it in the office. Is what it sounds like.
GCs, yeah.
They're the ones who's doing phase 2 also.
Yeah.
And they are under the understanding that really the only thing done in there is the electric and the walls.
Yeah, I believe so.
Mm-mm.
Hmm?
We need to make that sure.
I mean,
Well, if I need to call him,
Yeah.
I'll call him.
We can call him right now.
well, could we
Yeah.
just get it
Call
done?
Jim.
I mean,
Let's call
this is-
Jim Hamlin.
I mean,
Is
I know
are you
that-
okay with that, Max?
Yep, I'm okay.
I mean, we need to get a
Now, is
resolution.
Jim going to be doing the work though?
Who's the contract?
Kyler.
Yeah.
Do you want?
So is that Larry Hand?
Well, it's actually yeah. Ryan McIntosh is who.
Ryan and Paul Kyler are the wigs of the.
Well, yeah, but they don't do the work.
And Larry's
Right, but they're
Well,
the ones
like here.
following their company guidelines. They're the ones
What?
telling.
I just, my whole deal is I just want to make sure they're understanding what the situation is here, and it's not saying they don't.
Okay, well let me read you the email. Find it, hold on.
Is there any of this other stuff that while she's looking for that we need to?
Have you worked on the emergency plan, Scott, for the severe weather?
Getting with Brandon and stuff as soon as I
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask
Yeah.
Brandon, but he,
Brandon's supposed to be going over there sometime and looking at the emergency exits and stuff, and then trying to figure out a plan for that over there, and
Cool.
and for the severe weather plans.
okay. So you're gonna talk with Brandon on that?
Yeah.
The EM, yeah.
Right now, there's 4 emergency exit doors
That ought to be.
which do not open from the outside. You cannot open them from the outside unless you pry bar them open or whatever.
Yeah.
They have no handles on them, so those are the emergency exit doors and stuff. So you can go out them, but you won't be able to come in.
Yeah.
The school, when they had it, had some kind of little plan. I didn't know if he wanted to look at that up to the door and see if that's something that he might want to try to go with and add other things to it or what. Like I said, as soon as I can get him over there to look at it and see what goes on with it, then he can probably come up with a better.
Would you try to get with him today and go over there and do that? That would be
Yes.
great.
That would
Yes, we
be
do.
helpful because I mean that's a pretty big deal as far
Yeah.
as this time of year.
Storms. And we'll still have access to the storm shelters here. I know
Yes.
that's a little ways away, but we used to not even have storm shelters, so hopefully we won't need them, but.
Everybody just go into the bathrooms.
Into the bathroom.
I'm going home.
That's a trailer house.
I ain't staying
It's
there.
gonna hit. I It's the trailer house, Scott. It's gonna hit.
I got a pee bucket in here. Yeah.
We have all the
And then we have a
posters.
basement too.
I ordered those last week and they should be coming.
I guess I'll come in while I go
I
print some
think
out real
now
quick.
basically all this. What's the moving company? Courthouse temporary.
Well, I just was confirming A1 will be here on site the 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th if necessary. They will move the DA's office on the 15th. OSU extension is going to be moved on the 17th. And they'll fill in on all the rest.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go get those emails and
Then will we call him, Larry?
yeah, let me get the emails and then we can call.
Okay.
Okay.
Not very good baby.
So the only thing we got left is we're gonna find out on Penny's deal, right?
Yes, and then we're down to comments, new business and comments.
What about Oh,
What about
Brandon.
the parking.
I think
I don't know
Ross, what
anything
are you
about
gonna do
parking.
today?
Do I?
What are you gonna do today after this?
I've got a doctor's appointment. Got to take my dad to the doctor's appointment too.
Is he not doing very
What's
good?
the,
No,
what's
he
the
still
parking
can't
situation
breathe.
gonna be?
Bad.
Still can't breathe.
You know, I don't
Really
know
bad.
if
Where
allergies
is
is
it gonna
playing a
be?
part in that or not, but
Most of the
everything
parking is gonna be on the west
for
side of the building,
allergies and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
where the drives
drives
are.
And he still, he
And
hasn't
stuff,
recovered left
you're
lung.
gonna come in and then it's gonna be a
Yeah.
straight line park all the way down this way.
Been
So you'll be able
towards
to
the
go in.
west.
Now it's,
Huh?
Towards the west.
Yeah,
I
be on the
know.
west side.
Yeah.
It's hard though.
that's,
See, I'm glad
thank you.
Scott was here, 'cause I knew we talked about it.
And one of the parking spaces will be handicapped, and that's probably gonna be the closest one.
Well, let's see.
Right, you're gonna, you got a signpost to put that on, or you just?
Yeah, I need a post. If I have a post, then I can get that, and I can get it
Moving
dug in the
companies
ground
will be on the
and
15th,
get the sign mounted.
16th.
How long, how big a post do you need?
Oh, I don't know, just something that might just hang up about 4 feet, maybe a 6-foot post, something, just something that they can see when they drive in and recognize that I can put a couple feet in
Do
the
you have
ground
anything
maybe.
in there?
Okay,
You know, hope somebody just doesn't hit it and knock it down. I mean,
I guess.
well, I'll bring you a post
Guess so.
over.
yeah, it could be a T-post or just something that I can,
We'll
Yeah,
have
put that sign
one
on.
square post.
yeah,
Oh,
that'd be
yeah,
fine
yeah.
too.
Right here.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I think she's printing out those emails, but you stay, I'll stay.
So-
Oh, okay.
What
Do
we
it.
were getting ready to do was to decide when who was gonna move.
Well, she just explained that who's the 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th if necessary, and she just talked about who was when.
She just said 2 places.
Well, then, yeah, and she
And
left.
she said we could just divvy it up between everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
Well, but but again, we cannot move until we have a bathroom and electricity.
well, that's, they're, the electrical's
Electricity's
there
getting put in
today.
today.
So you say.
Well, I mean,
They're over there.
I know,
but
I'm
we can
teasing.
only, they've gotta have it done. I mean, we can only, like you said, I
Yeah.
understand that. The plumbing, he's the one we're gonna need to keep on probably.
Well, I need to move on the 15th or the 16th, not the 17th or 18th.
With or without a bathroom?
With or without
She'll
a
have
bathroom.
Okay. Where you gonna go?
Just come back to the
Over to Doug's building.
Not that far away.
Doug's got
It's so convenient, isn't it?
Doug's got a restroom over
Let me
there.
ask you
and
something.
It's not
You
the
have a
cleaning
bathroom in your
last, but it's a restroom.
It'll do in a pinch, huh?
Not in my office. Not in my office. We'll have a bathroom in
The
in
building?
the building, yeah.
Yes.
We could get that toilet out of one of the rescue shelters and take over
Yes,
there.
there's 2 of them in there. There's one in each one.
Yeah, it's a 5-gallon bucket.
There we go.
Let's go get it.
That'll work.
Let's just start
It's got
practicing
its
right
own-
now.
It's got its own seat.
That's what I have in the boat.
That's what I have in the boat. You have a wake. Sometimes it's too cold. Whatever. Oh my gosh.
Okay, the DA's moving on the 15th and LSU's moving on the 17th.
Check that out. So cute.
You know anything more?
Well, just, oh, here she comes.
I just write the checks.
All right, these are Ryan's comments. Penny.
Ryan's comments,
Oh, you
Penny.
got them right there.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
set that stuff right there. You don't want me to read it to you because I have a problem with that. Read it.
So they don't want the liability.
That's probably their biggest deal. And there's probably a lot of liability right there.
Cannot be guaranteed of it not being damaged.
Okay.
So with that being said, Penny, are you willing to allow them to take it apart and
Store.
take it down and store it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that would be better than trying to set it up over there.
No, I'm not gonna set it up.
Okay.
I'm not. Yeah, it'll just have to be
I-
taken apart.
Whenever you say the word liability, that's when it
Get your attention.
kind of changes. a
And
little
these
bit.
kitchen cabinets, then they're not gonna be an issue then, right?
I would think so. So they're not touching any of that, right? But I mean,
Well, there's
we're gonna have
paneling
to-
right behind it.
Right, I mean, I think you'll have to clear off the stuff.
Well, yeah.
Off
Well, your
that, but I mean-
furniture's a lot more important than that.
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna they shouldn't mess that up.
They'll have to do something with the penalty
Yeah.
behind all that.
Right.
See,
But
I
they
have the
probably-
same issue in my office because I have
Yeah.
that built-in
Probably
shelf
what they would
in
do,
there.
I would think,
don't know
is
how they're
take
gonna
that
get the paneling
countertop
out
off and
paint
see it
behind
out,
that.
and then they just do.
But like to me on that, I know
Penny,
what
is
Penny's
your
saying.
cabinets built to the wall?
Mm-hmm.
Are they?
We need to stress to them that that's a very big deal. So.
Her furniture?
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
And like Robin said, she has the same thing with her cabinets along the one wall.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just gonna happen. If that's what they want, if that's what they want to do, then we just need to really stress, and I can stress to them if I need to. It just needs to be taken care of. And
Okay, we need to find out for sure that we got that. I guess is taking it to the Pond Creek
Women's building.
Women's Building.
that would be the best place for it, I think, because like
I do
you're
too.
talking about the climate control and all that.
Yeah.
You don't want it down. You don't want it where.
So is
Lisa.
the women's building?
I think
Heated
we're
and
looking at
cool.
it's going to be pretty good, but let me. I mean,
No.
I'll make a call.
Okay.
I'll make a call when I leave here
Okay.
and make sure. We're going to tell them we're going to have a lot more. Now I don't want to open that up to where everybody says, "Oh, we're going."
No.
We're
No,
not
your
planning
stuff.
on moving anything like that, Dave.
Right.
We're gonna take.
But I'm
them
talking
in
about
and-
these tables are important. Her
What
stuff's important. I
What
think
about the
that
filing cabinets that I am getting from Cassie's office?
That's where you need to figure out where you're
Yeah.
gonna put those.
And who's all got keys to the
wait,
women's
wait, wait.
building?
there's only one. I mean, I'll find that out too.
Please.
If you've got another place you want to put it, that's fine too. You know.
I know.
This is just going to be a really good place to do it, I think, with the access, with the big door and moving it in there.
And no.
And if this is what we have to do, this is probably going to be the best place. But I will find out, and if nothing else, I will know for sure after Wednesday night.
Okay.
And I'll make a point to them that say, guys, you
Well,
know what,
it
you may
makes
not want
sense.
all this stuff down here, but everybody's
We
got
need
to make some
check with,
concessions.
our
What time is
insurance
the meeting
too
Wednesday night?
about
I'll just call.
covering
7
that.
o'clock? Or
Well,
no, no,
I did
6,
talk
I
to
think.
Dusty,
But,
Yeah.
and he said anything.
It's not gonna
I
be a
have
big
an
deal.
email from Dusty Birdsong.
I mean, Penny, I'm just
saying
telling
that
you.
we're covered.
Okay.
We
and
can get
he
it-
had me
we can
send
get it
him a
done.
copy of the PO.
So we're going to be
And-
covered over at the other buildings.
Yes.
I mean, if they're-
Yes, I did verify that with Dusty Birdsong.
Gotcha.
So before I put that on my inventory,
Right.
I need to decide if
Do you really want them?
if I'm going to put them someplace personally.
No. I mean,
No.
you have to figure out, is there gonna be place in your office over in the temporary
Or we need to
portable
store it?
building? You know,
Well, I intended to put them up in the attic, but then I heard that we weren't putting anything else up in the attic.
we were told we're not supposed to be putting anything else up in the attic.
Right.
So
we're
we'd
not.
be better off pitching them and then buying new when we get moved back
No.
in.
We just got to get, if
No.
you need them
No,
moved, that's to your discretion and they'll get moved. That's what's been on
So
there.
where do we store them though? Can't take them to the women's building.
Well,
Can't take them to
Well,
the attic.
did they say we can't take them
Didn't
to the
say we
building?
couldn't.
no, we just need to confirm with them, or I need to make clear to them that we're going to have to use
That
it.
you said we don't want to open it up to everybody storing there
You
too.
need to talk to Desi about how much you're going to need for your little space over at the temporary building.
How about we go,
But-
let's go over there and do that, and then can we leave it that if she doesn't have sufficient room to put the cabinets in her office?
What's
in her
everybody else
office,
doing with their file cabinets?
We're
Taking
taking
Going
them.
with them.
Okay.
Yeah. And we might have, since you're going to be in the other one, we might have extra room for you.
I just say, I
to
don't
put
mind
'em
sharing
too.
any
Yeah.
space. I don't mind having other people bring stuff.
But
in
what
if we've
Robin
got
is
place to
asking
put it
is
there.
what does she have to do on this?
Right,
to
well,
get it?
so that's the first thing. I would say, my thought would be talk to Desi and see how much, like Max said, see how much she's gonna have. And if not, we'll figure
Well,
out, we're
you
not
might-
gonna just throw them away. There's no sense in going and buying new ones.
You
and
might
have
be
them
able to just
already.
to label them, and Robin may need some, or Penny may need some for temporary, while we're over to temporary buildings or something possibly.
But I'll find out as
Yeah,
far as
because
when
we
they're
could put them
going.
beside our file cabinets if
Are
we need to.
they going in the same office that Desi and Brandon's going?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the board meeting room is not gonna go in there.
I don't think it needs
We're
to.
just gonna make a tiny
It
one.
might be, we might go up to the Medford City office
Okay,
for a.
well, that depends. If you have your meeting somewhere else, it's gonna create more space and she might be able to
Right.
fit them in there.
Right.
If not, then it's gonna be pretty limited.
Okay.
So that.
Well, that's what
I
we're
mean,
trying to
that's-
figure
yeah,
out. I mean,
that's-
she's just wondering what's going to happen if she doesn't.
Right.
So I need to do more checking on space down there, and if it's something that we just, then
And
we'll
know
make it happen.
more-
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
so that's what I was asking. What's everybody else doing with theirs? Well, if you're using it,
And-
she's the only one that's not. Then maybe we can.
Yeah.
The counters are about this high, so we can take the shelves out of them to put your things in and then just put a lock on it.
that.
So,
Good. That'll work good.
so
Thank
and
you.
I think, that cabinet's probably 12, maybe 15 feet long.
Oh, that's plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does this answer everybody's questions for the time being on this
Sure.
stuff?
I
Except for
appreciate the
What day do you want us to
information.
move? Can't be Friday or Monday.
I
Well,
appreciate your
I'm sorry,
willingness
but
to
it's,
relocate
everything
the
that's going to
boardroom.
Ponker's
Me
going on the
too. That's
17th,
really-
which is Friday.
It's very helpful.
Well,
I'm not taking anything to
if we
concrete.
didn't have another place,
Well, if you're
that would
taking
be
those file
easy.
cabinets,
That'd
as
be
long as
more
they're labeled,
comfortable
we know
and
what
an
to
easier
go.
location
Okay,
there.
so when do we need to be here to help them? Do we need to help them with anything to move, or do we need to be out of our office? Or
Max, are you good with everything?
Yeah, so far,
Okay,
it's all gonna hit at once.
Sure it
yeah,
is.
it's gonna all
gonna
hit
be a
at once.
It's gonna be a
I mean, I
nightmare.
can't
But,
tell you exactly.
but we
did a
just
good
need
job
to.
of
We
getting
need
it
to.
out.
Everybody needs to
Well,
realize
see,
that
I'm
it's not
trying,
going to
I
be
don't
smooth.
need
Yeah.
to be bossing.
Well, everybody
I'm
knows
just
that.
trying
If
to
we
make
get
it
decided
happen.
where we're gonna go with everything,
Yeah.
just like Robin talk about her office stuff,
Yeah.
we know which building you're gonna be in now.
That's
That'll
good.
just have to be whenever they get here to move us.
yeah. Well, that's my next question: is do we need to be here the day they move our stuff, or do we need to be out of their way?
I'm gonna be here
I
with
would
my
be here
stuff. Yeah.
myself, because somebody, if they got a question about something, Robin, you're gonna be the one that
Yeah.
answers for your
Yeah.
office. So I would say
Okay,
yes.
so we need to tell them Wednesday or Thursday of this week. for me.
And Wednesday or Thursday would be
Okay,
the
she's
15th
wrote
or
that down,
16th.
15th or 16th.
Okay, all right.
So what if we have some stuff left in the attic? I mean, we've really gone through a lot of our old
You can
records
leave
and
what's
everything,
there.
but like
Yeah.
I've got a couple empty file cabinets and old computer stuff and on our shelves. That
We've
can
lightened
stay,
the
right?
load
Yeah.
A lot
Right.
up there, okay? We're not as worried about breaking the ceiling in now as we used to be and stuff.
Okay, so
We
as
just
long as
don't
we've
wanna
gone
put
through
stuff
everything.
back up there and fill
Okay.
it back up.
Yeah, we're just not
Okay.
wanting to fill it back up.
There's still stuff up there that needs to be gone through, okay?
Okay.
Yes, there's still stuff that needs to be taken off the 4th floor.
Yeah.
Unless this
Well,
don't,
like
don't get
eventually-
carried
But you're
away.
not worried about that. We're not worried about that.
Well,
now.
then, I mean, when they said don't take them up to the attic, then I'm like, well, crap, we still have those empty file cabinets. We still have that shelvery that has
Yeah.
stuff on it, that isn't trash.
Everything that's
Yeah.
there can stay right now. We just are trying not to put more
Yeah,
stuff
because
up
once
there.
you give
Okay.
people the green light, put it in the
Right,
attic,
I
then
guess.
pretty soon
Yeah,
it's
then it
back.
fills back
That's not
up.
saying anything bad. That's just the way it happens.
So
Right.
wait a minute, Scott, is all of it that's gonna be taken off the 4th floor gone?
Not at
No.
this point, no. There's still
There you
more
go.
stuff that needs to be taken off.
So there is still stuff
Oh,
that's
okay.
been marked but not moved.
Oh, okay,
Right.
okay.
Right.
So we got to be careful.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, any other questions about,
How was your weekend, Max?
I
Max!
understand it that well.
His weekend was great now.
I really appreciate
Yes.
having an informational, kick it around, see what we can do. That's gonna solve a lot of rumors and problems and chaos and stuff.
guys, really, we was waiting till the buildings got here, we was hoping this had happened before now,
Right,
and it just hasn't.
but
we're-
excluding us doesn't help.
No,
No,
that
I
doesn't
understand.
help.
it has. You guys are going to be the ones that's dealing with it.
The
Yeah.
tension in this building is so thick you'd cut it with a knife,
You want me to dance?
Yeah,
and it's just I know a lot of it's just because we don't
Sure
know
it
what's
is.
going
It's
on.
it's not knowing.
we're all
But-
nervous.
And
about it.
everybody's nervous, but I think it's tough to say. I mean, until today, I think it's tough to say this is what we're going to do when you don't actually know the details in it. And maybe we've gotten through a few of those now. And there's going to be issues when everybody's moving in,
Yeah.
and we just got it. We got to put our heads together and work through it.
We're gonna have a pajama day
Are-
every Friday. It's gonna be pajama
You don't
day.
want to see my pajamas.
Oh,
No, make it
My wife don't even want to see my pajamas.
because I will be there on Friday.
Okay,
You
Max.
better be baby.
Okay, guys, back to any necessary items needed addressed. Do we have anything else that anybody had any questions about?
I don't.
No? Okay. Go down to new business. Cindy, do you have any new business?
No, sir.
Stephen, do you have any new business?
Gosh, I don't
Steve?
think so.
No, I don't either. Commissioners'
No, which-
comments? What?
I was just, there's two Stevens, I don't answer.
Well,
that.
I think you both answered.
Yeah.
Okay, commissioners' comments. Steve?
Well, mine will have to be brief because there's so much, but a lot of things been uncovered by this water.
Yeah.
We have new bridge problems. Our guys are starting today. There really wasn't a whole lot they could do till the water went down, but they're starting today and they're really hitting it hard. People need to realize that it's crazy, and that's what happens. But everybody, I mean, needless to say, they're going every direction trying to find to fix these problems, and there's a bunch. So that's the main thing. I was supposed to go to do some classes, but it turns out Wednesday and Thursday, but it turns out that that was the wrong classes. So I don't need to go. Thank goodness. I mean, because that would have been a really tough class. They were going to send me to a treasurer's class, an advanced treasurer's class, instead of the basic accounting. I would have been fried. I'd have grown hair in that. So anyway, so it could fall out again. Anyway, but yes, it's there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of but just to be expected with this. So that's all I have really. I mean, I'm going to go to CED and try. I'm going to meet with the landowners out here, hopefully today or tomorrow, and then I can have a report for them on Wednesday to kind of see where we're at on that. But other than that, that's all I have.
Okay. We've got 2 graders broke down right when we need them really bad. I just want to caution everybody to use caution when you're driving on the side roads, because we concentrated on the major collectors for our culvert and bridge problems, and we're having other problems pop up that we was unaware of that might have been fine for 5 years, and this time it's washed out and fallen in.
Absolutely.
So everybody be careful. Got the CED meeting in Alva Wednesday over there. Clyde Road out here, we're making progress on that. AT&T is still not relocated their phone line when they hung it 12 foot above there, so we're still after them. But that's still scheduled to start in September, around September 1st. So we'll have roads blocked off, and with the rain we haven't been able to work on the bypass road, so hopefully we can get it fixed up before that time comes. We got our CMI machine back. It's been wet, and we're still on hold about the soil stabilization.
I'm interested in that, really.
You know, I hope that goes good. But
Yeah, not a whole lot you can do till that. Yeah, till
No.
it dries up.
the legislation down at the Capitol is pretty much bills that wasn't heard are dormant now. There's still 300 and some bills out there that could be acted on, that could be brought back up. We're watching that kind of stuff. Yeah, I know. Of course, the governor said this weekend that they've got a budget about ironed out. So I don't know how that.
Is that funny?
Yeah. Anyway, that's about it for comments. Brings us down to item 10.
Okay.
I like 10. You want me to move that we
Yeah,
adjourn?
I'll let you do that.
All right. And you can second it if you want.
I will.
All
I
right.
will.
Can we all say amen?
All in favor?
Amen.
Aye.
Hey, thank you all for your input. Seriously.
Thank you.
I hope,
Appreciate listening.